Good morning, Coded Friend .001 listeners. How's everybody doing today? It's been a minute since I've done a broadcast. Monitor's going. We're in good shape. I didn't expect to see too many people today. This morning, there's 11 in the chat. Scott Amos with us says good morning. Linda Borum's with us. Been a while since we've seen you, Linda. How you doing? Linda says, hey to everybody. Katie D is here, says, good dance song. Good morning to Scotto. Coded Friend, that's me, says, hello to everybody. Katie D says, morning coded. Linda Borham says it's just gone midnight Friday morning. Sweet. It is Thursday morning here. We're going to be talking a little bit about the upcoming LumpriCon file series. Ooh, my stomach just growled. That boy looks high. Really fucking high. I hear he's got a problem with the drink, but, that's what Diarmid Costello says, so you can't really fucking trust it. A little bit of a shakeout in the Coded Friend .001 family. There was a little bust up in the Lemon Squeeze Discord, which, by the way, was never Coded Friends Discord. We have Squoze. There's still there was never much activity on the Squoze. There is a little bit there, and we're still pursuing the same goals and objectives as before. Apparently, the work that was being done at Lemon Squeeze, all the kids there that were, volunteering time and, doing shit to track the lies of Dildan, was all sabotaged by Diarmid Costello and Shiz, oddly enough. Diarmid closed down, or apparently, I can't see it, he kicked me from the Discord server, which is no big deal. It was his from the beginning. He tried to bill it at first as the Coded Friend .001 Discord. I was quick to correct that. The Lemon Squeeze was Diarmid's from the get-go. Originally, the Lemon Squeeze was the idea of Diarmid to migrate away from Shiz's server because, to quote Diarmid, the fucking drama, the endless fucking drama. So we started up, he started up the Lemon Squeeze. We invited people from Coded Friend to go over. And hey there, Carte Blanche. Carte Blanche has just switched on, and you are here. I am here. I'm slipping into the morning slot because Hezekiah Jenkins, the man-child that plays with dolls, he calls them voodoo dolls because he thinks that covers for playing with dolls, apparently got his channel suspended for the next week due to a strike against him for bullying and harassment. These are the kind of people that are out there. Team Bandit is with us also. Good to see you, bro. Checking in, not sure how long I can stay awake. Are you a fucking Aussie too? Good God, man. I'm populated with Aussies talking about American topics. Linda Borham says, hey to Carte Blanche. So apparently part of the shakeout with the Lemon Squeeze, which, for all I know is gone now. Or, just everybody who mattered has been blocked from it. Team Bandit says, no, night shift worker. Gotcha, bro. I'm the same, man. When I go to work I leave the house about 4:00 in the afternoon. I usually get home about 5, 6 in the morning, depending on where I am. Rebel's here. Hello, Rebel. How are you, sir? Writes on is with us. Says, good morning, Coded at Carte Blanche. Laura Rader pops into the room. on my way out the door, but I'm going back to believing Discord is hell, thanks to Dearmid. LOL. Discord is the whole reason the lemon squeeze started up was because to quote Dearmid, I just did it, but I'll do it again because there's new people in the room. Uh, it was to get away from the constant fucking drama on the Shiz Happens Discord. It was supposed to be a small group. It was supposed to be for research, fact finding, double checking, that kind of shit. And the kids over there worked fucking hard, man. They worked hard. They put their own fucking time in. Nobody got a reward other than the satisfaction of presenting truth. And then originally it was supposed to be a very tight group. Then we let a couple of people from the Shiz server in, and then Shiz they demanded that Shiz be a part of it. We let Shiz in, and the fucking end result was drama. So I am really going to absolutely ratchet down and reduce my Discord presence. The Squoze is open. If anybody needs an invite for the Squoze, shoot me an email or let me know in the chat. Actually, let me do this. Let me put up let me get an invite and I'll put that up. Invite peeps. Copy the invite link. There goes my stomach growling again. Pop that in the... I gotta wait till that creeps up a little bit away from that fucking boom heart icon shit. There we go. Invite for the Discord server is pinned. Here's the caveat, though. The tight original group. We're going to go back to the way the lemon squeeze was supposed to have been run from the start. There will be general chat access on the Squoze Discord. Certain individuals who want to do research and stuff like that, the drama-free kids, will get a little deeper access into the Squoze server. It's going to be tight and limited in the beginning because we want to use it as a fact-finding and research platform, not a gossip and drama platform, which is what most of these Discord servers wind up becoming in time. So, I had wanted for a while to do a little expose on Irish Demon, although I was constantly persuaded not to by Dearmid, because there was a relationship between Dan and Demon, and according to Dearmid, Demon wanted to expose Dan. He was getting pissed and upset with him, and I'm talking going back to like September. It did culminate at the passing of Triggered Limey. It looked like Demon was fed up with Dan and was gonna provide some information so we could so we could nail down the area that Dan was in, and do nothing more than expose his lies. He doesn't own a fucking castle. He doesn't own a church. He doesn't own a fucking Jeep Cherokee. He's a on the dole council house living fucking retard, whose only means of income right now is YouTube. That's why he freaked out so badly when he got, he got suspended for 90 fucking days and then told a bunch of lies about that. So we'll be back on that shit. I wanted to share a little bit of myself with you guys. There's been some shitty shit said about me. I had a I had what was Shiz invited me to a Discord call, you know, voice chat with Demon to settle up. Demon, I guess, was really upset with the things I said during the coverage of the Miss Mandy interview on NTFG SFW. So, I jumped over. There was nobody in the voice chat when I got there. It was just me. I sat there and waited. And, then I got this Demon's busy. He's on his way, blah, blah. The typical fucking stall shit. He's more important than me, blah, blah, blah. So, as I'm waiting for Demon to show up, people start popping into the voice chat, right? So there winds up being like, I think 20 to 25 demonites and shizites in the voice call before Demon showed up, and then Demon showed up, and it's just that it's funny, dude, that he couldn't have a fucking one-on-one conversation with me. He had to have 20 other fucking backers in the room, and then it becomes it just becomes a clusterfuck. I'm not talking to Demon half the time. I'm talking to fucking Dog Detective or Shiz or a host of other people that were in that fucking room. I did not record the conversation. I don't do the fucking sneaky recording thing and all this fucking screenshotting and shit. These people are obsessed with their fucking gossip. Carte Blanche says, I really don't know why you accepted to enter the lion's den coded. The 40 senators were waiting with knife in hand. Yeah, but here's the point. I got out, uncut. I mean, if those people that were in there are going to gossip and talk, that's the whole Discord thing. If they're going to gossip and talk and do the rest of the shit, I mean, that's on them. If I didn't show up, they'd still be gossiping and talking and, saying that I was afraid and all this other fucking horseshit. But let me just show you what's going on here. We get a little share screen going on. And I believe, what do I need? There we go. So if we go to the, someone actually accused me of making up this data in my comment section. This data comes from, you can go courses.cs. I'll put the link in the description box. It's courses.cs.washington.edu. And then I'm not going to read the whole fucking thing out. I'll put the link to it in the description box after the broadcast. This is Washington State University. So it's a, it's a research project they did. It has nothing to do with me. I just use it. I've used it from the beginning. Scott Amo says, what was the excuse for why the 40 senators were there? It was only 20. There, it's because it's nobody gave an excuse or a rationale. I did comment once or twice that there were, a multitude of voices talking, and it would be helpful if everybody shut the fuck up and allowed Demon and I to talk to each other, but that was becoming impossible. I spent an hour to an hour and a half of my time, which, is important to me, especially my leisure time, to attempt to talk to Demon. But it was a clusterfuck, and it ended with Demon telling me to go park cars, right? As if that's a fucking insult to me. So, you know what I did, Demon? You little douchebag, you fat little fuck. When was the last time you had a fucking job? Because you haven't had a job since you skipped out and ran hurriedly from Australia, right? So if you came back to take care of your then fiance, which apparently doesn't mean shit to you because you'll fucking bet any piece of strange you can get your fucking little limp dick on. You had to rush back to help take care of her father-in-law. You didn't take care of shit His own daughter did it. You didn't do shit. You're just a fucking con man. And since you've been back from Australia, you've been working the fucking grift. You have no job, no income, no fucking paycheck. So I took your advice, Demon. I went and parked fucking cars, right? I'm a stakeholder in the fucking business I have. 14 fucking years, the same fucking job, right? Started off as a contract position. I did auditing for the company I'm now a stakeholder in. So Katie D says Irish Demon must be happy because he finally got so many views with the Mandy thing. That's it, exactly. And you can see it here in the numbers. He's got 57,000 subscribers, 754 videos. He's got millions of views across the platform, 11 million. Total average views per video, 15,000. That's pretty fucking impressive, right? Except his active subscriber base is 26%. Now, you'd rather have 57,000 people available to grift off than the paltry 26%, 15,000 that show up now, right? So one of the little comments Demon had was, because he's got to show off for his 20 some odd fucking backers, that the tens of people that see my broadcasts, that was supposed to be an insult to me. That was supposed to hurt me somehow. Well, let me show you something, because if you want to hurt me, you're going about it all wrong. Oops. So we'll take a little peek here. I've said this in the past. People. This was one of Dearman's little things. Is the group that employed me to do this project? They're mining reaction data, right? That's the goal here. It's not to build subscribers. It's not to monetize. It's none of that shit. It's to converse. It's to talk, and it's to measure reaction data. Well, thank you, Demon. You gave us a lot. Subscriber count at codedfriend.001 is dipped to 693. We don't fucking care. Video count is 150. We have 153 videos. Wow. Total views across our 153 videos is 102,000. Average views per video, 667. We have an active subscriber base of 96%. Dead subscriber base, only 4%. So the metric that I get paid on is keeping the active subscriber base over 60%. Monthly, I get a payment as long as that number is over 60%. So if you want to fuck me, if you want to hurt me, sub with your sock accounts and never come listen. That's how you would hurt me. But you won't do that because you could push me to the point where I would be monetizable, which you're worried about because you don't want to support that. But I'm never going to fucking monetize anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. As long as that active subscriber base number is over 60%, I get a check every fucking month from the project. You're not hurting me when you unsub, because if you're unsubbing, you're showing me you don't want to hear what I have to say. Great. Fuck off. We don't fucking care. We don't care. And just to put things into a little better perspective, the NTFG SFW. The NTFG SFW is a tiny little channel. It's got 124 subscribers. It's only got 35 videos. It's got 9,000 total views across the platform. Average views per video, 262. The active subscriber base there is 211%. 211%. That's a negative dead subscriber base. That means just about every broadcast on the NTFG SFW has had all the subscribers and an equal amount of non-subscribers show up to listen. That's what you want to get a reaction to, right? So the reaction is there's quality enough presentation over there so that the subscribers plus an equal amount of non-subscribers show up to listen. What good is measuring reaction data over over dead subscribers? There's no reaction from dead subscribers. I don't know if people fucking understand that or not. What you're measuring success on is not what this project is measuring success on. We have a whole different set of metrics that really are counterintuitive to what the average or majority of YouTube channel creators are trying to build. I mean, look at the snooze network. They're still at the point where, and by the way, since their meteoric rise in September, purchasing subscribers, they really haven't put on any subscribers at all. So the Welsh News Network is sitting at subscriber count 11,200. They were 11,100 in fucking September. They have 678 boring fucking videos. They have 727,000 total views across the platform. They get average 1,000 per video. That's dropping dramatically in the last few months. They have a 9% active subscriber base. 91% of their subscribers don't fucking come around. Their subscribers are only 3-4 months old. They put the bulk of their subscribers on in September. I guess people subscribed, watched a video or two, and were like, fuck this bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. I don't want to watch. And they went away. It would have been better for you if they had withdrawn their subscription. I mean, we know how to make that work. We not only know how to get people to subscribe, we know how to get people to unsubscribe. We're good at that. We don't have a fucking problem with that. So, that's that. I'm going to I wanted to, and I will. I'm going to show you a little bit of this is my place in the Philippines. We're entering into the dry season. This arch right here is underneath it is a wrought iron arch on the left side with the all flowered out. That's a bougainvillea. It grows like a shrubbery. It grows like a fucking weed in the Philippines. It grows better in the dry season than the wet season, oddly enough. And then this time of year, it just boom, it goes full bloom. It's a beautiful little spot. Some of the people around in the community actually come down once a year during the bloom, and they'll group up with their, husband and wife, the kids. They'll just group up under the bougainvillea arch, and they'll, have a picture taken. It's fucking cool that people come around for that. On the right side in the background, you can see the beginnings of my my expanded aquaponics set, which is going to be a lot larger than what's shown here. Carte Blanche says, bloody hell, the prune. It's really spiky. Pretty flowers, though. It's got a pretty long thorn on it. I carefully prune this with hedge clippers, and then rake. I don't fucking touch that shit. I learned early on not to fucking handle that shit. It is pretty spiky, as Carte Blanche said. So the next pick, when the bougainvilleas bloom, shortly after that, the mangoes bloom. And this is a gigantic mango tree. It's right behind the. I'll show you a different shot from the rainy season, end of the rainy season. This is a mango tree. So the dark green. Oh, I'm not sharing it yet. Sorry. Let me get this shared. So this is my mango. This is right behind the bougainvillea. The dark green is the leaf of the mango tree. The lighter yellowish green, those are the mango blooms, the flower and the pollen producing part. All of that shit will turn into some really nice mangoes. And let me give you this one. So this is a shot, relatively same area. The tree trunk you see dead center in the back, that's the mango that we were just looking at here. That's the same mango as that. The mango's in full bloom. We'll have fruit in a little bit. Jump back to this. And this is pretty much the same area. You can see the archway there. That's trimmed back right at the end of the wet season. This picture's probably October-ish, end of October. So everything's nice, lush, and green. We're in the dry season now. We haven't had wow, that's really good. Jesus. Oh, wow, that's a great. This is the Jesus humping coated. This was Dog Detective and her little crew. If you take a look at the icon, it's supposedly Jesus having anal sex with Jesus. Um, if you think that shit bothers me, it really doesn't. I've seen way fucking worse than that, and you're gonna answer for that, right? Not to me. That's why it doesn't bother me. The one that you have to answer for that can literally eternally damn your soul. You're lucky though, that's forgivable. Katie D says that Jesus humping. Oh, it's Jesus humping coded now. At Jesus humping coded, could you have found a better name? Stupid. I mean, let them fucking go, man. Let them show how ignorant they are. Let them show how morally depraved and ignorant they are. It doesn't really mean anything to me. So, show your ignorance. Fat Gamer Falcac says, I'm so glad you got away from Shiz. She only steals views and she is drama. Look, on the Shiz thing, Shiz has a fuck ton of qualities, good, positive qualities that I have nothing but respect for. If you look at the work Shiz did with the Genevieve, the young lady who was murdered by Frauditer Reaper's supposed husband, though there's no documentation that proves they're married. Shiz did a phenomenal fucking job with that. I'm not gonna berate her. I'm not gonna take that away from her. Shiz has really good qualities. I wish she would focus on the positive aspects and pull back a little from, Shiz, you're the eye of the storm in the fucking drama hurricane. It's all circulating around you. You should, my advice, and I know you don't fucking care what I have to say, but my advice would be, pull back from that fucking drama shit a little bit and focus on what really fucking shines, and that's your factual presentations. Do what you want to do, investigate murders. Stop with the fucking drama shit. The Wrangler stuff. I was there with the Wrangler stuff on the Discord and the Frauditor Reaper, the chicken theft. I participated in all that shit. And in a way it's kind of fun, but after a while it gets really fucking boring. So, these are the people that, Jesus humping coded. These are the people that are around, that surround Shiz on her Discord. I mean, you make yourself look like a fool. Jesus humping coded. You make yourself look like a fool. You make yourself look like a fool, and you're not doing anything that helps to bolster Shiz's credibility. You make her look bad too. So, you might want to think about what you're doing, which a lot of people over there don't really fucking do. So, I look, your greatest strength unguarded. If you don't keep your greatest strength in check, it will be the thing that ruins you. Right? Shiz has an ability to draw people to her. She has an ability to get people to participate, to help out without compensation, just for the fun of it, or for the production of a quality piece. Shiz gets a lot of help. Shiz has talent in that department, drawing people in that want to assist her in work. Get away from the fucking drama, Shiz. It's gonna be your demise in the end if you don't. You really should. So I'm not gonna berate and belittle Shiz. I have a lot of respect for Shiz. I really do. There are people that surround Shiz that I don't really fucking care for. Dog Detective being one of them. And the problem that these people seem to have with me is I was in the inner circle at Shiz Happens for a little less than a year, and it's the same Miss Mandy Frauditor Reaper shit surrounding Shiz. There's a bunch of people that are on and off fucking sick, always crying the fucking woe is me cry. And some of them gave detailed account. I didn't ask for any of this fucking information. I was just there when it got laid out. Now that I'm not there anymore, you're worried that about what I fucking know about you. My advice to you, to all of you who are worried about it, is don't get me talking, because I will fucking tell everything I know. I'm about the fucking truth, not this bullshit shit. You spilled the beans on yourself. You did it because you wanted to garner sympathy and the whole fucking woe is you bullshit. Now I left and I know what I know about you, and now you're all fucking kooky in the fucking head. Lean on me, push me, do the dumb shit like Jesus humping coded. Get me fucking talking, and I will tell everything I fucking know. Carte Blanche says it's power and control through victimhood. There's a fucking lot of that shit around Shiz. There is a lot of that shit around Shiz. So, you just gotta fucking take it with a grain of salt. So in the chat room, if you click the three dots next to the chat, you can hide the user so that you don't have to see their comments. Don't feed the trolls. Don't argue with this bullshit. Like Josh says over at Stone Vet, troll away, but be fucking funny, please. Actually be funny. Don't be stupid like the Jesus humping coded shit. Well, your icon will get you a chuckle here and there, but you don't seem to have much to fucking say that's worth really listening to. So, adios, muchacho. All right, back to the farm. We'll check out another picture or two. So we saw the mango blooms, which are here. There're going to be a lot of fucking mangoes this year. Last year wasn't a great year for mangoes. So you'll see a shot where this is a clump of bananas. I have 25 to 30 banana clumps on my property. And this is the amount of bananas they produce in a single shot. So they'll spoil before you eat them all. It kind of puts you in a situation where, you know, you cut the thing in half, you keep half for the house, and you start giving away to your neighbors. It's really cool. Bananas, to me, represent generosity, because they're the people who grow bananas to the extent, and I'm a small grower when it comes to bananas. If you get much bigger than me, you're harvesting and you're sending it off to the market to be sold. But if you're my size or a little bit smaller than me, you're sharing your excess. And it really helps promote that idea in the community over there that, hey, man, I got more. This is going to rot if I don't give you some of it. I put effort into getting this to grow. Take it and eat it. Bring some home for your family. I don't want my productivity to rot on the fucking ground. So it really helps. It really helps to promote that idea of generosity, which is missing in the fucking Western culture. So my advice to all you people who are sitting on Discord and fucking gossiping away all day long, it doesn't matter if you're handicapped, fucking if your arms work, you can plant shit. Go fucking plant. Put potting soil in a pot and make something grow. It's a far better use of your fucking time than hanging around on Discord all day long. So this is the entryway into my property. I have property on back. If you were facing forward in this picture, I still own property a little bit on the behind me. The incline going up, this is a pretty wide creek bed that runs. It's dry now. There's probably a little trickle in it, but it runs wide and deep during the rainy season. Katie D asks, any tarantulas with the bananas? It's illegal in the Philippines to keep a tarantula as a pet. I've seen a few. Laura Rader says tarantulas are cool. It's banana spiders you got to fucking worry about. It's worse than a tarantula, and it's got a pretty toxic fucking bite. I have not yet come across any spiders in the banana clumps we harvest. Although I went out one day, because you cut the whole trunk down when you harvest the banana. It's not going to bloom and flower again. So I went out one day to cut a stalk down and harvest a clump of bananas, and I came back to the house without the bananas, and my wife wanted to know, what was going on. I was like, hang out for a minute. I got my camera, not my cell phone. I got my good fucking camera, and set up the tripod and all that shit. There was a green fucking viper sitting on the leaf of the banana. It was a big fucking snake too. Definitely venomous. But it was the same. Like, if I hadn't been paying attention, I would have cut this fucking thing down, and that steak would have come out of the fucking tree. It was big, and you can tell a viper by it looking straight at the face. It has two pits in the nose, but it was the exact same green color as the banana leaf. So you gotta be fucking careful roaming around in here. Carte Blanche says, I eat green mango with soy sauce and chili. My nieces in the Philippines won't eat the ripe mango. They eat the sour mango, the green mango. They dip it in cane sugar vinegar. It's pretty fucking good, actually. So let me scroll back up here a little bit. Carte Blanche says, I have several mango trees that deliver great produce every year. I have the Kensington variety. I cryovac and freeze when the season is over. Everything on my property eats mangoes. I eat mangoes. My wife eats mangoes. My son eats mangoes. The dogs eat mangoes. The pigs eat mangoes. The chickens eat mangoes. There's barely enough to fucking give them away by the time my nieces come around, pick the greens, and then anything that falls and hits the ground. goes to the chickens or the pigs. Victor B says, I give bananas to the very few neighbors, but most go to the birds and macaws. That's how my indicator for the bananas being ripe enough to harvest is when you'll see a banana or two in the bunch that's turned yellow before, and the rest are still green, and the yellow ones have peck marks in them. That's when I harvest. I let the birds tell me when it's time to harvest the bananas, so they get a little taste too. Scott Amos says spiders are the one bug that terrify me, especially those Aussie ones. I don't have a problem with spiders at all. Writes on, says pit viper. Carte blanche with a little kiss for Laura. All right, I think I have one more picture here to show. So if you look at this picture, 27 in the chat, nice. So if you look at this picture as you go up the incline where the black is, you'll see a row of banana trees, which is 1, 2, 3 clumps of bananas. There's another row of 3 on the other side, and then back on the back side of the property, there's a couple more clumps scattered around. So Scott Amos says, I can't ever get a mango apart without making a damn mess. You cut it pole to pole. So if you stand it on end, you cut it around the outside pole to pole, and you should be able to twist it right off. Carte Blanche wants to know I don't know what variety of bamboo this is. I have 3 different kinds. I have quite a few bamboo clumps, and there are dudes that come around that buy from me. You know, a 10 to 15 foot straight run of bamboo goes for about $20. Yeah, about $20. It's not cheap. And then I have one clump of bamboo on the backside of the property that the nodes of the bamboo are actually tear shaped. They're fatter at the bottom than the top in each segment. That's the shit the builders want. That stuff I sell at a pretty good price. Yeah, I don't know what the name of it is, Carte Blanche. Sorry about that. And then the last pick in my little around the farm trip, I have dark spaces on my property. So this bamboo clump, and down this run, there's 4 or 5 of them. This is on the far back side of my property. This shot is taken. The light you see is after the bamboo clumps. It's sunrise, so it's probably about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And these, I actually pull. When the bamboo's young, I start to pull it over, and then it creates that little archway. It's just a beautiful place. My dogs hang out there in the heat of the day, and my cow I put back here we don't fence in the Philippines. The livestock gets a piercing in the nose, and then it gets a rope through the nose with a big knot in the nose end, and then you tether the cow to the ground. So I give it enough rope that it can graze to the left of the picture, and then it can get back into the bamboo shade on the right side if it needs if it needs relief from the sun. So it's I have a really nice piece of property over there. It's really cool. I have a lot of infrastructure work to do still, so I have to dig out a retention pond or 2, and I want to actually do concrete, like almost like a swimming pool, a gunite swimming pool, capped, so that I can store water underground and still grow on top of it. So I can pump out of that. So I don't have it gets really hot and dry where I'm at in the from now until about the beginning of June. We won't get any rain. So in doing that, vaulting the water underground, I don't have to worry about evaporation, loss to evaporation, and I don't have to circulate the water, and I can I don't have to worry about creating mosquito breeding ground with uncirculated water. If I vaulted it, if I do just a standard retention pond, then I have to have a pump or a fountain moving water. You'll just create a mosquito breeding ground. Demon's sister, formerly Read the Room, says, just an FYI, coded, I spend time with Demon and he never drinks. Well, I'm not the one saying he's a fucking alcoholic and has a tendency to go on long, extended fucking benders. But I can tell you this, having been an alcoholic, there are times when I've seen Demon on broadcasts and it looks like, I'm not saying he does, that information came from Diarmid Costello, it looks like Demon is fucking puffy, bloated, and fucking hungover. So, you know, I'm not saying he's a fucking raging alcoholic at times. That's Diarmid that says that shit. Alan Killian's with us. Hello, Alan. Alan says, good morning, codedfriend.001 and everyone. Carte Blanche says, if that was in Australia, I would say that that is a bower bird nest built by the male to attract a partner. It's filled with anything that is blue. I have two birds on my property. We had the golden eagle is the national bird of the Philippines, and there was one that used to come around my property because I had to cap the tops of my chicken runs, which I only had them fenced in. I didn't have them capped over the top. I have chickens that roam the property, and I have breeder chickens that are, in a mobile coop. I had to put a top over the coop because this eagle was fucking coming around on a daily basis and taking my fucking, was hitting the chicks because the mother hens squawk like you were fucking choking them to death when the eagle's around. But it was only around I only saw it for about 4 or 5 months, and then it was gone, which means, some other farmer fucking trapped it or killed it, because that's what they do there. They can't afford to lose their food. Laura Rader says, am I nuts, or has Demon been drinking on camera several times before? Their sister. I mean, it's crazy how the fucking the simp squad has to come out and just fucking lie for their favorite creator. Don't ever fucking lie for me. If anyone asks, tell them I'm a fucking asshole, and you only come around to fucking listen to me because you get a kick out of what a fucking asshole I am. Don't ever fucking bullshit and tell lies for me. Please don't do that. I fucking hate that shit. But this is measurable reaction, right? You say something, and then the simp squad comes out of the woodwork, the ones who are watching in the background, and make stupid fucking statements like this. Just an FYI, coded. I spend time with Demon, and he never drinks. He's done it during a fucking broadcast. And Diarmid Costello has a lot to fucking say about Demon's drinking habits. Writes on, says he's an outlaw biker, of course he parties. He's a 1%er, but that's the midget squad. That has nothing to do with the bike stuff. Short little fat fuck. Go park cars. I did, dude. Oh, let me finish that story. So at the end of the conversation with Demon, he's saying, go. I'm like, hey, man, I got to get to work. I got to get moving here soon. And he's like, go park cars. Demon, you little dickhead. Friday, tips alone. I walked away with $800. I gave 100 to the dude that worked with me. Demon, you were such a dickweed that when I got to work, I had a 4-man, myself and 3 guys. So I pulled everybody together. I said, hey, anybody I figured I would double up and I would just work my fucking ass off, right? So I said to Demon, or I said to the 3 guys I'm with, anybody want to go home? I can cut one tonight. I'm going to fucking, I'm not going to hang around and fucking supervise. I'm going to fucking work tonight. We can all work. Nobody has to go, but does anybody want to go? And one dude's like, yeah, man, I need to take the wife out. I'll go home, surprise her. I'll take her out to dinner. I'm like, all right, that's cool. This is at like fucking 5:30, 6 o'clock. We're, just starting to work. So, a second guy was like, hey, man, I'd like to go too. I got some shit I need to get done. And I was like, all right, you guys can flip a fucking coin, man. Flip a coin, call heads, tails. One of you can go. And then I was like, hold on a second. I looked at the other dude. It would have just been me and him if I let 2 guys go. I was like, you feel like hustling tonight? And he was like, fuck yeah. Because he knew something that I knew. Last weekend was the first wave of income tax refund. So right now we're in the busiest time of year. So the people who know what's going on know that this is the kickoff weekend for fucking from now till Memorial Day. We make probably 60% of our pay for the year because people have money in their pockets and they're throwing it the fuck away. So I asked the 4th guy, you want to hustle? And he's like, fuck yeah, I want to hustle, because he knows what's going on. So we let the 2 guys go home. He and I, 10 hours, we fucking worked our asses off. I walked away with 800 in fucking tips. That's before my pay rate. That's before my fucking check, my actual paycheck goes to the bank. 800 cash in the fucking pocket. Oh, and if you're looking for me, I'll get to that in a second. Friday night, different club, same thing. The dude who worked with me on Saturday was supposed to be at the club we were at on Friday. He's there. I had to shift to a different spot. He called me up. He's like, hey, man, can I work with you tonight? Can we do the same thing? I was like, fuck yeah. So one of the guys who was supposed to work with me on Saturday night, I shifted him over to the place we were at on Friday. And me and dude did the same thing on Saturday night. 15 fucking hundred in tips, for which I broke 300 off and gave it to my security guy, who the second night, the club we were at is rough. So he actually came up from Atlanta and worked with me, and I broke him. He gets his regular rate of pay, but I gave him $300 cash. So then Sunday night was good, but nobody wanted to cut at the spot we were at. So I took down 1,000 in cash. So thank you, Demon. Instead of just supervising, I parked fucking cars all weekend. Friday, 800. Saturday, 1,200. Sunday, $1,000. 3 days, $3,000. Multiply that by 52, you fat fucking no good, jobless motherfucker. In fact, Demon, I could probably pay your motorcycle gang to beat the fucking shit out of you. I could probably pay your little motorcycle gang, your fucking moped boys, to kick the fucking shit out of you. I would never fucking do that, but I could afford to do that. And they would probably do it for the fucking money. And you would probably sit there like a little fucking simp and take the fucking beating, begging for a cut of the fucking money. Because that's all I've ever seen you do, Demon. All I've ever seen you do is beg on fucking YouTube. Oh, my car's broken. Oh, my shanty house that's built up against the castle wall. Again, info from Dearmid that I don't own. My mommy owns it. Again, from Dearmid. Don't get me talking, motherfucker. I'll tell everything I know. You were shot guarding a fucking oil field and had to go to the hospital. But according to the big D source and the shiz source, you were having that belly band surgery to fucking get your fucking weight down. You had to cut your fucking stomach and put a band around it because you can't control your fucking hand going to your fucking mouth. Fat fucking beggar boy. Walter, Texas. Hello, baby. Carte Blanche says, I've seen Demon drink on his live, so I guess you must be stretching the truth. Alan Killian gives me my 5x5. Demon's sister, formerly Read the Room, says Demon does not drink. Well, you believe that if you want to. Katie D says that Demon's sister, formerly Read the Room. We don't care. Right. No one fucking cares. Well, I don't care if he drinks or doesn't drink. But it would explain if he goes on these fucking benders like it's been reported he does. And I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, this is what the big D tells me. Dearmid Costello, who's got his fucking fingers in everybody's pie, underhandedly working behind the scenes, spreading fucking rumors and gossip. When Miss Mandy gave Demon the phone number for Dan, Dearmid, all the shit you did for Demon to hold me back from fucking talking about his grifting ways, and you couldn't even get the fucking phone number? Not for me, dude. For the people who did the fucking work at Lemon Squeeze. None of it was done by you, you little fucking rumor fucking gossip mongering fucking douche. Fucking pud puller. Oh, I was diddled when I was a young boy, and I can't figure out if I liked it or not. Go fuck yourself. You liked it. At Carte Blanche, I spend time with him, and he never drinks. We've all seen him drink on fucking camera. Carte Blanche says, don't have to worry, Coda. I've told several people that I don't agree with everything you have said. I even said that you have said some terrible things, just like everyone else on YouTube. Thank you, Carte. Be honest. Always be honest about me. I have said things that other people seem to think are fucking terrible. One or two of the things I might actually say, well, that was terrible that I said that. But a lot of these people are like the fucking littlest fucking shit stuff. Oh, you're such an asshole. Well, I'm not the one fucking monetizing human misery. That's not me. I'm not making a profit off of the death of another fucking man. Whether it's AdSense revenue or whatever, you're monetizing human tragedy. Dan over at the Welsh News Network said that I said that everyone who's monetized on YouTube is making money off human tragedy. I didn't fucking say that. I specifically talked about certain people. You're one of them, Dan. You're one of them. Look at all the fucking lying and bullshit you had to do to help Tina Slay perfect her fucking lie about the death of her son. All of that shit was monetized, Dan. All of that shit. You love fat tub time Tina Slay because when you get that fucking porker on your panel, people show up. But now she's got an active lawsuit, and the fucking lawyers told her to shut her fucking mouth before you blow any chance we have of getting our shut up and go away fucking money. And you ain't seen Tina since. Demon's sister, formerly read the room, says at KDD, Codis just said he had a problem with the drink. That's wrong. Let me reiterate. I did not say he has a problem with the drink. I said I've seen him. You're saying he doesn't drink at all. He does. Everybody in here's seen him drink on fucking camera. I'm not saying he's got a fucking problem with the alcohol. That's Dearmid Costello that started that fucking rumor, not me. I've mentioned there are times when he looks like he's fucking been on a fucking 3-day bender. He's all fucking puffy. You can see it in his fucking eyes. Come on. It's your fucking bullshit. Laura Rader says, see, hypocrite, maybe he doesn't drink when you're there. Is that hypocrite, Demon's sister? I don't know who these fucking people are with all their sock accounts and their fucking bullshit. You can't even you can't even come in with your regular name and fucking be real. You have to come in with this bullshit. Walter Texas says Demon drinks straight from the bottle. Katie D says that Demon's sister, formerly read the room. That's not wrong. All the crap you people repeat all the time. Give me a break. See? It's a small group. It's a small group of subscribers here because these are the guys that aren't in for the fucking gossip. They're in for the fucking truth. You come in and you say Demon doesn't drink, and everybody in here is like, that's fucking bullshit. We've all seen him drink. Fucking knuckleheaded motherfucker. Demon's sister says, I'm a nurse. I know an alcoholic when I see one. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a recovered, not recovering. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I know an alcoholic when I fucking see one. I hung out with fucking alcoholics for a fucking decade. Hardcore, top shelf fucking drinkers. The only thing worse than a fucking top shelf hangover is a fucking well drink hangover. And fucking Demon's a well drink. Team Bandit 2804 says sisters fighting the grifters. Battles. Sisters fighting the grifters. Walter Texas says, so am I, sis. And he drinks from the liquor bottle. Walter's the fucking nurse, too. I'm a nurse. Okay, put a Band-Aid on something. Stupid fuck. Demon's sister, formerly read the room. You subscribers are delusional. You follow a guy with 0 receipts. Oh, you're going to get some fucking receipts in this series. I'm sick of people saying, your words are your receipts. Like if I was going to call you a fucking liar, Demon's sister, I would just pull this shit you're saying that he doesn't fucking drink. It's your own fucking words that are the receipts. And your lack of receipts are fucking receipts. Your lack of receipts are the proof that you're not transparent. And the only reason not to be transparent is because somebody in the group got fucking sticky fingers and money's going off to the fucking side. Meanwhile, I have a real job, a profession. I'm gainfully employed. And last weekend, I walked away with $3,000 in fucking cash in my fucking pocket. And if you're looking for me in Atlanta, I mean, I will get to this. If you're looking for me in Atlanta, you're looking in the wrong fucking place. You got to go up to Memphis or Nashville if you want to find me currently. That's where I'm working. Good God. You guys are fucking stupid. So, Shiz, or a member of her group, is floating around a picture, which obviously came off Googling, of an individual with the face blurred out. And they're, it's at the Gold Rush Club, which is a strip club in Atlanta. They're saying it's me. The picture's 4 years old. It's not me. There's a tattoo on the left arm. I don't have any fucking tattoos. I don't mark my body. I don't pierce or mark my body. So the Gold Rush actually was an account of mine. I opened it. I got the account. That's 8 or 9 years ago. I dropped the account because there was a shooting in the parking lot that led to a death, and there was a shooting inside the club, which never made the fucking news. When that happened, I dropped the fucking account. I'm not having shit happen to people I'm working with or who are in my employ. That's too fucking much. So if a gun gets inside, everybody gets patted down on the way into the fucking strip clubs. Everywhere I've worked, in Georgia, in Tennessee, in Florida, in Texas, everybody gets fucking patted down. So if there's a shooting inside a club, someone let someone in the fucking back door, or a bartender, a server, or in-house security brought the fucking gun in. And it's stashed away inside the fucking club somewhere, and that's a targeted fucking hit. That shit happens. It's sad, but it fucking happens, and it's becoming more prevalent. I have been present for 3 drive-by shootings, one of which was point fucking blank, 5 shots at the door security guy who threw a fucking dude out of this wasn't a strip club, this was just a regular club, threw a dude out of a club. And he admitted after the fact he was rough with the guy. The guy pissed him off. This fella's fucking big. He bounced him off a few walls, and, he didn't open the door. He threw him through the fucking door. So the dude went down, got in his car, looped around, came back in the lot, drove by, bang, 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 5 fucking shots. Hit a car and hit the wall 4 fucking times. Missed the fucking dude. And this dude's 6'3", and he's got shoulders. He looks like he's wearing fucking shoulder pads. And this dude missed them 5 fucking shots. Amazing shit. So I've been present for 3 drive-bys. 2 of them resulted in innocent people who happened to be outside in the parking lot got fucking shot. I had a valet years back, about 10 years ago, who there was a gun under the seat of a car as he parked the car or was driving the car to the parking spot. When he hit the brakes, the gun slid out from under the seat. He parked the car. He picked up the gun. He was looking at it. He had his finger on the fucking trigger. He was looking at the gun. He shot himself through his own fucking hand, through the door of the car, broke the fucking window in the car. I've been present for 2 definitely targeted shootings, one of which closed the fucking club down, which was going to be closed a month later. But because of the shooting inside the club got closed. I saw a dude get shot. I was maybe 10 feet away. I saw a dude march right up to a dude and shoot him in the fucking chest in the parking lot of a fucking club. I watched a dude because if I don't physically work and I'm just hanging out, which I do a lot of at work, set up different spots outside the club. I go inside the club. I do a bunch of different things. So I was hanging out in the back lot of a club one day, and I saw a dude breaking into a fucking car, right? So I was getting out, and I was walking toward him. Don't get close. Just get close enough to say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Because most people fucking bolt when they know they're being watched. So I was just about to yell, what the fuck are you doing? And someone else yells, what the fuck are you doing? And I look over, there's 4 guys walking down. They're coming out of the club. The dude who was breaking into the car fired a shot over the heads of the 4 guys coming. He did that just to fucking scare them and buy them time. 3 guys hit the deck. The guy who owned the car ran straight to the fucking car. Straight to the car, opened the door, got his gun out, and shot this motherfucker dead in the fucking street. That's the world I fucking work in. 15 fucking years. You think I'm worried about you? What concerns me is that Shiz and her little group are circulating a picture of an individual with a tattoo showing on his left arm, right? The club is the Gold Rush in Atlanta, which used to be an account of mine. So now I have to go down to fucking Atlanta and meet with the fucking club, see if there's anyone I know that's still working there, because I haven't been there in 8 fucking years. And I got to give them a fucking heads up on this fucking horse shit now, which is going to wind up with a fucking letter to a lawyer and a report to the fucking police. So you better fucking hope that no shit happens at that club, because it ain't going to bother me in the fucking slightest. I have nothing to do with there. I haven't been there in 8 fucking years. But suppose that dude with the fucking tattoo is still working there. I have clubs I've worked at for over fucking 10 years. Suppose that dude is still fucking working there, and one of your mentally unstable idiots, like the fucking dude who confronted Chili DeCastro in the fucking street, who was a masshole fucking Discord guy. I'm not saying masshole had anything to do with it, but his hate for fucking Chili and his desire to fucking get in Chili's face in the street and record it so he could get his little bit of fame came from the masshole exposure and the rest of fucking YouTube, right? And he was bounced from masshole, and I'm not faulting or blaming masshole, but that you're circulating information that you're leading people to believe is about me. If somebody's pissed at me as an axe to grind with me, goes over to the Gold Rush or somewhere else and finds that dude with the fucking tattoo on it, that guy isn't going to know what the fuck you're talking about. And if you hassle him or harass him, you might get a fucking gun pulled on you. You guys need to start using your fucking heads and stop with the fucking gossip rumor bullshit. You're going to get somebody who has no idea what the fuck's going on and is 100% innocent. You're going to get a fucking person hurt, or you're going to fucking negatively impact a business that I have no fucking involvement with. Why? So you can entertain yourself, shits and giggles? I'll send you a picture this weekend of what's with me while I'm working and how heavily fucking armed we are. You might want to start thinking twice about what you're fucking doing, because I have a stick in my hand, I have a pocket full of money, and I have a fucking lawyer on retainer. I'm not even going to do the fucking dumbass fuck around and find out shit. You play, I win. Period. All right, so let's take a look at, how do you like my property? It's a pretty nice fucking spot. I'll send some pictures when the mango tree is fruited. So all this to dredge up fucking drama and attention for some fat LumpriCon, this fucking con man, this fucking LumpriCon. He fucked over his fiance, flew to fucking Boston, fucked some strange pussy, went back, lost his fiance. This fucking guy is unfucking trustworthy. Untrustworthy. You fucked a person over, you're telling everyone you're about to marry? You fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. Oh, and in this group conversation, I outed the fact that Shiz and Dearmid and Dog Detective are the three who've been telling me for a fucking year what a fucking con man grifter Irish Demon is. And Dearmid wasn't there, but Dog Detective and Shiz are like, we never fucking said that. We didn't. And what was Demon's response? My behavior in the past has been less than exemplary. basically admitting that he's been clipping off the fucking donation money. We were talking about the donation money. I revealed to Demon that there are two people in the fucking group call that fucking are responsible for my idea that he's a fucking grifter. And who chimes in? Shiz and fucking Dog Tactive. We never. And Demon's response: my behavior in the past has been less than exemplary, indirectly admitting that he's the sticky fingers guy. One more thing to bring up here. Let me get this up. Little share screen action one more time. So this is the to help Adam, the Triggered Limey. This is the donation drive for Triggered Limey, which here, let me do this. If anyone wants to contribute, you might want to hold. I'm going to hold off on putting that up there. Let me take the unpin that. Cool. In just a moment, I will, after I've given you all the information, I will post up the link for Limey's chat. Laura Rader says, thanks, Alan. I followed Demon a very long time, and I don't have an issue with his grifting, and I'm not delusional. But people are aware that you fucking do it, Demon. Fucking con, man. Carte Blanche says, Demon will even grift his subs to pay for his ticket to bang a check. That's exactly what fucking happened. Laura Rader, and Shiz was, the thing with Shiz that bothered me the most, and it was when I was like, maybe I shouldn't fucking hang around here, was she had always denied that she had any sexual relations with Demon. And then we were in a voice chat on her server one day, and maybe she didn't realize I was in there, but she was, goofing out with a couple of her girlfriends. And, she said that her and Demon had orgasms and apps. So I had direct messaged her after that. And I was like, hey, you kind of always told me that there was no physical involvement between you two. And immediately Shiz was like, no, I told you from the beginning. Carte Blanche says, Aiden is taken care of, Laura. Don't know about Amico. And with you on Dildan. Laura Rader says, yeah, Turtle Boy is toast. Sheep Boy still on the loose. Turtle Boy seems to think he's getting out on Friday. We'll see what happens. Demon's sister, formerly Read the Room, full caps. You have no clue what you're talking about. Okay. I'm starting to think that's Demon, not Demon's sister. Dude, because you got more fucking... You're all socked up, you little fucking weasel. Laura Rader says, I've often told Coded directly he's full of shit. That's what honest friends do. And I appreciate every time you've told me that, Laura. Demon's sister again. Wow, 34 people watching Coded. Pathetic. Then why are... this is the other thing. Demon... This is why I'm now starting to think that Demon's sister might actually be Demon. We're not in it to get subscribers. You get it? We're in it to keep a subscriber base that's active. We're winning. Demon's losing. Only 25% of his fucking big number subscribers show up to listen to the fat LumpriCon, who, by the way, had to have his stomach surgically altered because he can't control his hand to fucking mouth feeding of the fucking cake hole. Carte Blanche says, hey, Taipan or Bluey, we can read over here. No need for gaps, matey. Laura Rader says, what I don't do is run from channel to channel and stream to stream, preaching the book of Coded. And you shouldn't encourage people to come over here to hear the Book of Coded. That way they're getting it unfiltered, uninterpreted. Walter, Texas says, sis, we're a happy family. Carte Blanche says, yes, you have, Laura, and so have I. And apparently the Book of Coded is now another fucking loved to laugh at thing. Laura Rader says, Chipocrit, only 34 people, and yet you're so threatened that you're here screaming in all caps. That's my point exactly. Demon's got 50,000 subscribers. I have 693. What the fuck are you so worried about? Oh, that's right. You're worried the truth will get told and you won't be in control of the fucking narrative. That's what you're worried about. Demon's sister says, happy and deluded. You are sheep following a vile shepherd. Did you see the Jesus fucking coded guy? I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. That's done on behalf of Irish Demon. That's done because the people who do that shit think that I'm going to fucking get all kooky about that. You got to answer to God for that, not to me. So, I'm not worried about you. I'll caution you and tell you you should repent of doing that shit. And you should probably ask God to forgive you. And then now I don't have to worry about why I didn't fucking tell you to repent of that nonsense. Your blood's on you, dude, not me. Demon's sister says, I wanted Coded to see it, but he isn't monetized, so I can't super chat. And I never will be monetized, and there won't be super chatting in here, and there won't be begging for money. And all of the rest of the shit that makes men who are so close to the fucking line step over and compromise their fucking morals for a fucking few mere shekels. Shekels! Writes on, says, alcoholics go to meetings. I'm just a drunk. Laura Rader says, it must suck not to be able to use money to get noticed, huh? That's why Gia used to come here in the beginning, but she couldn't get super chat attention. So she had to actually base getting on attention on saying something that was actually meaningful, and she never got any attention over here. So she went over to the fucking Welsh News Network and super chatted over there to become the queen of the fucking, I don't know what, the queen of the snooze. Oh, and by the way, your little Jelly God song with the Jelly God, give us the gel. Let me explain something to you, because Dan, you're a dumb fucking city boy who just doesn't know shit about shit. Royal jelly is only produced by the queen. It's only produced by bees. It's only produced by the queen bee. So only female bees that produce royal jelly. So is Dan a Tucker? Is Dan a Tucker? Because we didn't see much in that pink lycra suit he had on. That boy got a spare tire around his waist, no ass, and fucking bitch tits. Maybe he is transitioning. Maybe that's why he got so upset about me calling him out on his fucking proud pervert bullshit. You and fucking Demon will work together very well in bed, Danny. Bed up with that fucking weirdo. Carte Blanche says being monetized isn't everything, because then you have to pay to have your comments read out. Yeah, exactly. Laura Rader says, I've never given anyone on this platform a dime, yet I still get listened to. That must hurt, huh? They think their money can buy them something. Jammin' Jet in the house. Good morning, Jammin'. 43 people in the room. Come on, you demon lurkers. Come on out. Come on out. Post something in the chat. Troll. Be fucking funny. Hello, Burns. Burns was lurking. At least he's man enough to admit it. Laura Rader says, morning to Jet. Jet says, Jammin', not Joan Jet. I'm going to bring that back now. Says, at Carte Blanche, great to see you. Writes on, says, good wholesome folks at that club. There's some shady shit going on in the world today. Oddly, we're in a time where the streets are fucking safer. The inner city streets are safer than the fucking clubs are. Laura Rader says, funny as fuck to me that someone defending a person as not a grifter has to complain about not being able to use money to get noticed. That is the fucking side chat of the fucking day, Laura. That's fucking beautiful. See, we have the smartest fucking chat on YouTube. We literally have the smartest chat on YouTube. And now that Diarmid Costello's gone, it's a little bit smarter. Carte Blanche says, Laura, I love your style, upfront and honest. No wonder you don't need to pay to get noticed. You're the same way, Carte. Walter's the same. Everybody in here is the same fucking way. Team Bandit 2804 says, crazy shit going on at SV's. That clown is a real creep. My advice to the fucking the Huck crowd is Josh doesn't fucking care. He doesn't fucking care. Don't fuck with a dude who doesn't fucking care. There's only danger in it for you. There's only danger in it for you. You stick a stick in that fucking hornet's nest over there, and you're gonna get stung for sure, multiple fucking times. Don't fucking. I mean, if you have real facts and honest shit, go to Josh with it. He'll listen to you. He'll talk to you. If you go with bullshit and you start making threats at the fucking guy, don't be surprised when you get fucking steamrolled. I just think of that scene from all I can see when that fucking clown dude, all I can see is the scene from Deadpool where he's on the fucking Zamboni and he's like, you're about to get killed by a fucking Zamboni. I can see Josh driving the fucking Zamboni and fucking saying that. Oh my God. Don't fucking play with them. Go with real facts or don't fucking play around with them. You're going to get yourself fucking steamrolled. Carte Blanche says, which clown are you talking about at Team Bandit 2804? The crazy smoke lady or the Tuttle dude? It's one of the associates of Huckleberry. That Tuttle dude is fucking off the chain. Holy shit, is he fucking loopied. Laura Rader says, yeah, Bandit, those clowns doxed me last summer for laughing at them. All deranged barking and no real bite. Laura Rader says, clowns lose focus and move on fairly quickly if you don't engage. Carte Blanche says, for fuck's sake, low-class moves being made. Yeah. Team Bandit says, put out info about his niece. Yeah, this is the shit I don't get. Blanche says, Jiminy Crickets at Team Bandit 2804. What does the niece have to do with anything? Oh, okay. Well, while we're on that, let's play this little fucking clip from Doucheboy.
Valet barking, that's the answer.
So this is a DUI car accident, and here's Dan in the background. Should have gotten valet parking, right? So thanks to the person who sent the time marker for this to me. You'll hear Shuggy name me coded, and then we'll see what they have to say here.
Valet parking at Taco Bell.
I think she's valet parking.
Hey, there's valet parking at strip joints.
Yeah, there is.
I think she was trying to instead of valet parking, she was trying ballet. I think she was trying.
You'll hear Shuggy.
I think bring up valet parking.
Hey,
my bad. You'll hear Shuggy bring up my name. Listen to him.
There's valet parking at strip joints.
I think she was trying to instead of valet parking, she was trying ballet parking.
There's valet parking at strip joints, especially ones in Atlanta.
Weird how that works.
This is because Dan is now circulating the picture of the person at the gold rush. Don't fuck around, man. Don't fuck around. If you get someone who has no association with me, a business who has no, if you cause problems for them, I will come down on you like a fucking ton of lead, bro.
Here's a car.
Hold on, though. They have more to say.
Drives up this, hits the
It's gotta be
glass,
the worst job at a strip joint.
hits.
I'm sorry.
It's got to be the worst job at a strip joint. It's the only time. It's the only person who doesn't get to see the tits.
I see a lot of fucking tits, dude. I see a lot of fucking everything. I see a lot of skin every fucking weekend. I'm genuinely not interested. I'm married. I'm 57 years old. I've seen a lot of nakedness in my 57 years. And when the internet came on the scene, the amount of free porn that's available out there, I mean, you're not going to a strip club to see naked girls. You're going to a strip club to interact with naked girls, to have them, dance for you, that kind of shit. Logan Sandman says that coded friend.001 happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? It's not my birthday. Dude, if I had a nickel for every time I fucking saw nakedness, I'd have a bag of fucking coin to beat you to fucking death with. Oh my God. Look, Danny, some of the sisters I know could knock you out one fucking punch. Beautiful, gorgeous girls. Knock you out one fucking punch. I know this one girl named Stallion. She stands 6'2". That's before the fucking platform heels go on. This girl is an Amazon, right? When it's been 3 or 4 years since she was around any club I worked at. These girls move, every couple of years. They'll go to a different club. If I ever had problems with any of the other dancers, like, some of these girls think they're divas and they can be very demanding. This young lady, Stallion, would grab up a girl, by the arm, the tricep, pull her around, just look at her. Don't fuck with my valet. If you fuck with my valet, he doesn't take good care of any of us. Don't fuck with my valet. These girls make fuck tons of money. They can't pay their bills. I don't fucking know why. They throw money away like fucking crazy. These girls drive fucking high-end Mercedes, Alfa Romeos, Jags, fucking, and not the baseline model shit. These guys buy fucking cars for girls. They want their shit taken care of, and they pay very well to have it taken care of. They also don't pay their fucking bills on time. And on a high-end car like that, you miss your fucking payment. If your payment's due on the 5th and you miss your fucking payment and it's the 6th, there's a tow truck out there looking to take your fucking vehicle, right? So, Coded, can you help me out? I'm behind. I need to bury my car. I want it to be here when I come out. I've had tow truck drivers pull fucking pieces on me because I wouldn't let them touch fucking cars. These girls don't forget this shit. They're spoiled, they're divas, they're little prima donnas, but they don't forget the fucking people who take care of them when it's time that they need to be taken care of. Danny boy, I know girls will knock you out one fucking punch. Watch your fucking mouth, Danny. And especially watch your mouth now with the shit you're going to say here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I don't think he's interested in them. He's got a wife,
Uh-huh.
Being
Who's
married doesn't mean you
overseas.
stop looking.
who's overseas.
Oh, that
is
one.
100% committed
No,
to.
Jim. He's only
Mhm.
committed while he can afford the monthly payments.
I'm only committed to my wife, who has nothing to do with this YouTube shit. I'm only committed to my wife as long as I can afford the monthly payment shit. Danny. If our paths ever cross, I will render you unable to fucking speak. Because you said that. My wife has nothing to do with this shit. Nothing. The monthly payment shit, that sounds like your relationships with women, none of which have ever stuck around. Danny boy. Where's your ex-wife? She left you. Apparently took all the money too, because you bitching a while back about how your son didn't get any inheritance. She didn't run you over with your Aston Martin. She ran you over with her Aston Martin when she was getting the fuck away from you. Is that why you're so bitter, Dan? Because you had married money and it said you're not worth the fucking problems? Is that why you're so bitter? Then the second one that stabbed you in the thigh with a fucking kitchen knife? Your own words, Danny. I would never stab you, Dan. Never. I will, if we ever fucking cross paths, Dan. I will impact your ability to speak. For sure. 100%.
Did he buy her on Wish.com with the payment plan?
Jimmy Finch, did I buy my wife? Are you inferring my wife as a prostitute or a whore? Or that my wife would put her body up for sale? Jimmy, am I going to have to come up to that road that has the hill on it? Some people say the hill is very pleasant. Am I going to have to come up there and talk to Teresa about your fucking mouth? I think maybe I should, Jimmy. I think maybe I should. And then Dan will know I'm not fucking around. Because I might do the same to you that I'm promising I will fucking do to Dan. And if I'm out up that way, I might as well head over to the Chesapeake Bay area, right? 5'2", overweight, stubby little legs. How fast can you fucking run, sweetheart? There you go. Strike the video. Because I would never do the things I just said. I'm only hyperbolically venting. Keep fucking playing. Keep fucking playing. And I will rob you of your confidence very quickly.
You should have got valet parking, that's the answer.
Valet parking at Taco Bell.
I think she's valet parking.
Hey, there's valet parking at strip joints.
I think
is.
she was trying valet. Instead of valet parking, she was trying ballet parking.
There's valet parking at strip joints, especially ones in Atlanta.
Weird how that works.
Here's a car drives up this, hits the
Got
glass.
the worst job at a strip joint.
I'm sorry.
It's got to be the worst job at a strip joint. It's the only time. It's the only person who doesn't get to see the tits.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I don't think he's interested in them. He's got a wife, you know.
Uh-huh.
Being
Who's
married doesn't mean
overseas.
you stop looking.
Who's overseas?
Oh, that.
right.
One.
100% committed
No,
to.
Jim. He's only
Mhm.
committed while he can afford the monthly payments.
Did he buy her on Wish.com with the payment plan?
It's sad that you think you're going to bother me by casting dispersions on my wife, a 52-year-old virgin, Jim Finch, no children. You live home with your mommy. You see this little Bobby's room service, knock, knock, knock. I got to clean your room. Are you pulling your pod? That's yeah. Do better, sweetheart. Do better. Bobby's room service. It's your mother. Open up. You're trying, but you need to do better. Logan saying, man, you can't pay me to insult you. I do that shit for free. Bobby's room service says, did you put away your nudie mags? I don't know how old you are. I'm 57. We live in a fucking digital world now. There's no reason for nudie mags. The fuck's wrong with you? Laura Rader, curtsies to best side chat of the morning. Yes, absolutely. True Blood, great screen name. Carte Blanche says, that was Walter Texas who said that. Carte Blanche says, if you lurkers with sock accounts want to come in and troll, at least be funny. Exactly. I mean, your sock account names aren't even good. Bobby's room service, Jesus fucking coded. I mean, come on. I expect better. Fucking lame ass little weasels. I mean, LumpriCon was, I literally spent 10 seconds and I came up with LumpriCon, that fat, pudgy fucking grifter boy. Oh, they're after me, Lucky Charms. You can do better. Come on, do better. At least give us something to laugh about. Logan Sandman says, at Stone Vet denies sitting to pee, but stands for BJ's. I do too. True Blood says, at Walter Texas Slack. Laura Rader says, I love creative sock trolls, but so far I haven't seen any here worth laughing at. Exactly. Hey, but Logan Sandman says, according to at Highest Priest, is Highest Priestess here? Bobby's room service says, Bobby, did you do the dishes? I barely use my dishwasher. I hate that fucking thing. I wash all my dishes by hand. It's a zen kind of thing. The meal isn't finished until the dishes are washed. It's the washing of the dishes is the completion of the mealtime service. So yeah, I wash my own dishes. Were you trying to be funny there? Not funny. Bobby's room service says you don't get your internet time until you do. But I wash the dishes after every meal. Jesus. Why would I eat, do an internet broadcast, and then wash the dishes with shit dried up all over it? You do it right after the meal. It's the easiest way to do it. Bobby's room service, you need to fucking get a clue. You don't do dishes, though, right? Your mommy does them for you. That's why you don't know shit about it. Logan Sandman says, which douchebag are we talking about now? I think we're talking about me. Logan Sandman says, who drives themselves to a strip club? Quite a few people do. Anybody with a higher end car, like a Maybach, a brand new Vet, a lot of the SRTs are still at the clubs. Yeah. Carte Blanche says Shuggy finally get to send his bought off the internet challenge coins to SV after 7 months of asking for the address. He had to go back and buy all the other ones so no one else could send them. He had to go back to eBay and buy the other 11 fucking challenge coins so that no one could beat him to the sending. The fucking Brits don't even use challenge coins. Laura Rader says, wonders if I should know or care who the fuck is Bobby. No one cares. It'll be in here with a different fucking name next broadcast. Bobby's room service says, you need to do your chores. Get off the internet. My chores are all done, bud. I'm glad that you're worried about me and me being productive, but I made $3,000 last weekend in 3 days. I could pay somebody to do my chores if I wanted to. Carte Blanche says, I see skin on the beach. It's normal. What's the big deal? You have topless beaches. We don't have a lot of... there are a few of them in America, but not like the European thing. That's why these guys get all goofy about seeing tits. Probably because they never fucking see tits. Laura Rader says, Shuggy is the biggest simp I've ever seen on this platform. And I've seen so many simps. Shuggy just wants to be loved from behind by Dan. Walter laughs at that. Walter Texas says, wow. Carte Blanche says, troll away. Just be funny. I've read better comments with my grade 2s. While I was... Logan Sandman says, Stallion. I know lace, leather, Chanel, and velour. The Stallion was a big girl. She had a hell of a set of legs, too, man. Fuck, she was beautiful. Laura Rader says, Hank used to be the biggest, but he's so far gone, he barely counts as a human in the simp category. Dan's last few broadcasts have revealed one pertinent fact about Dan. That motherfucker cannot read. Can't read. Cart says, I was thinking the same thing. 6 going on 7 tops. Bobby's room service says, if I have to pick up your lingerie one more time, what the fuck are you talking? It's not even funny, man. Come on. Step it up. Logan Sandman says, because tow truck drivers don't know who buys cars next to the base. Jammin' Jet says, dim Dan. That boy's bulb is about to fucking go out. Carte Blanche says, yep, at Team Bandit 2804. Exactly. Laura Rader says, Jimbo found out posting his stupid daily blog in every Discord server he could possibly join didn't get him any more traction than hanging out at WNN for 6 hours at a stretch. So he's back. Walter Texas says, little twerp Jim. That about sums it up. Yeah, Jim had to leave the WNN because, mommy said he had to find a fucking job. Jim found out he was unemployable. Hey, Jimmy, when I talked to Teresa about this shit that you waste your fucking time with all day and the shit you say about fucking women, you 52-year-old virgin, never been laid, you fucking weird kid. When I talked to Teresa, what do you think she's going to say? She's going to tell you, you need to go back to the fucking Dollar General and get your night manager spot yet. You graduated from college, Jim, and the only job you've ever talked about having was a night manager at the fucking Dollar General. Good God, son. Logan says, who's the troll at Carte Blanche? I'm hungry. Carte Blanche says, oh my God, what a racist at Jimbo Finch. It's 2024. Lots of people all over the world fall in love with a person of another cultural background. Jim is a fucking racist. Shuggy's a fucking racist. Remember the spling lull shit that Shuggy fucking did? #1 Chinese man on the fucking boat. Dickless fucking white boys. Shuggy's problem is his wife stopped having sex with him a decade ago. And now all he's got is a picture of Dan's pink ass to look at. Laura Rader says, Logan, that's not a troll. That's just pathetic. $43 people in the room. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you. Oh, Bobby's room service has another one. Can you tell Coded to unlock his door so I can clean? Are you fucking stupid? My ma came right into the fucking room. Duh. Dude, you're not even fucking funny. Keep trying there. Keep trying and then report back to the fucking LumpriCon. Logan says that Bobby's room service mentioned Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets. Laura Rader says, Logan, there's an entire ecosystem still trying to survive off the corpse of Chili. LOL, beyond pathetic to me. Oh, here's Bobby's room. Let's see if he gets one in here. Becca slipped up there. She said, just because you are married doesn't mean you stop looking. I stopped looking a long time ago, dude. I'm very happy with my wife. She's a beautiful young woman. She is a beautiful young woman. She bore me a beautiful son. Smart as a fucking whip, too. Maybe my kid will grow up to be the fucking CEO of the fucking company that your children sweep the floor at there, Bobby's room service. Walter, Texas says, Chili's blow-up doll needs a clean room. Laura Rader says, oh, is that you, Blacka? None of them have fucking jobs over at the Welsh News Network. All they do is fucking gossip on Discord all fucking day. While Blacka crushes up the fucking anti-anxiety medication and fucking fireball to wash it down. Fireball. Bobby's room service says, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to get in your room to clean. Still not funny. Bobby's room service says, you don't do the dishes. I do. You just scream on YouTube all day. All day? I haven't been on YouTube in a fucking week, you retarded motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Did you fall over, hit your head, and just fucking come to? Carte Blanche says no one plays Chili except for Dildan and the Snooze. Even Mike from Law Talk with Mike says Chili is old news. Shh. The Welsh News Network is the biggest and the best news on the internet, Cart. Laura Rader says, yeah, I find cooking and cleaning a form of therapy. Smoke a joint, I'll fucking clean anything. That's why I get high as fuck and clean my house top to bottom. Logan Sandman says, LumpriCon. I like that better than Snow Pig. I'm going to use that. Spell it Lumpri. Capitalize the C-O-N. Con man. That's a lumpy con man. The LumpriCon. Laura Rader says, at least Merb is funny with the room cleaning dishes. LOL. I still like Merb. I still go over and listen to Merb. I still think he's funny as fuck. I fucked up with Merb because I knew I was getting under his skin and I kept doing it. And I probably burned a bridge with him that, I kind of regret, but that's life. Laura Rader says, no one at the Snooze Fest called WNN has ever been funny. So that's probably Blacka licking her wounds. Maybe Blacka's dog watching for Hank and has to do the peanut butter routine every afternoon so they don't fall out of practice when Hank gets back. Bobby's room service says $3,000 in 3 days. Good, you can move out. Why would I move out of my own house, you dumb motherfucker? Bobby's room service says, I hope you filed your taxes appropriate, dear. Hope that isn't unclaimed income. I file my taxes, bro. You don't have to worry about that. I get a 1099 on contract work I do, and I get a regular W-2 for my fucking salary portion. I have a separate business entity that I run the contract work through. It all gets reported. It all gets paid. The Lord doesn't want me to cheat the government. Bobby's room service says, if the IRS got Capone, they will get you too. I don't want you to get into trouble. I don't want to get in trouble either. That's why I file my taxes. Feel free to go look at whatever you want. Carte Blanche says, Laura, that is the best remark of the chat. Laura says, amazing that my comments never cost me a cent. Isn't it, Blanche? It's because we're not monetizing human misery over here. Logan says the IRS did get Capone, and Geraldo Rivera got an empty safe on national TV. Fucking great association, Logan. The IRS got to the fucking safe before Geraldo Rivera could. That's where the fucking money went. Carte Blanche says you don't have to pay one damn cent. Bobby's room service still trying. Bobby, you should take that money and go see your wife. You see, I'm working. So my wife takes my son back to the home country because we want him to experience her native culture. So he goes to school there. A portion of that money pays my son's private school tuition. He's in a Montessori program, and he's top 3 in his class. So we'll have grades out soon. I'll show you this time. Wow, you're a silly boy. You really are silly. Hey, Bobby's room service. It's a serious question. Maybe you could answer in the chat. Are you married? Do you have children? Are your kids in private school? Do you make enough to afford that? I don't think so. LumpriCon got a grift to get his liquor money. Liquor money. Is that why Jen left? She got sick of paying your fucking bills. We know who's gone from your life, dude. Bobby's room services. $3K will get you a first-class ticket. I'm so proud of you. I don't fly first class. And the first-class price is like $5 to $7 grand right now. See, what I do is I fly economy, and then I mark out the money it would have cost me to fly business class, and I use that to help people in need in my wife's community, because there are a large number of people there that are living hand to mouth, abject poverty, and I want to make sure that the kids that they have proper change of clothing, a week's worth at least, pens and paper to fucking. There are kids in my wife's community that don't go to fucking school because they don't have a change of fucking clothes. I mean, and you just sit around on the internet creating fucking gossip all day. I made more money, Bobby's room service, in 3 fucking days than you'll probably make in the next 3 fucking weeks. And the majority of it, I won't even fucking spend on myself. I'll put it up for my son, for his future, his college education, and his opportunity to start his own business if he so desires. And then a portion of it goes to help the truly needy in my wife's community, which I'm not putting up GoFundMe's for and begging you to give me a cup of coffee, the price of a cup of coffee. I'm not doing any of that shit. You know why I'm not doing any of that shit? Because I'm able-bodied, and this is what a man is, a provider. If you're not a provider, you're not a fucking man. Sorry. I provide for my fucking household and beyond my household. Let me know when you get up to fucking speed, because if you think throwing a GoFundMe fund money to help Limey, who by the way is fucking dead now, and that money's going to get sticky fingered, a portion of it into grifter LumpriCon demon's pocket. If you think you're helping anything, you're not. You're not helping anything or anyone. You're helping perpetuate grifting and criminal activity. Good on you. You don't see me. The amount of money I give away on a fucking annual basis to poor people. And I am here right here now because you're such a douchebag. I'm actually patting myself on the back. Here, allow me to do something. Here. There we go. Here, look. Here, let me show you something. You fucking retarded little weasel. This is my grandma's antique dresser. Can you see that, sweet pea? Can you see that right there? Can you see that? That's all fucking $100 bills. Each bundle, that's my sock drawer fucking money, you little pussy. That's my sock drawer fucking money. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's $9,000 right there. That's my fucking sock drawer money. Dupe shit, motherfucker. $3,000 of that I made last fucking weekend. That's my fucking sock drawer money. Hey, Bobby, you got fucking smart mouth remarks now? Hey, look, here's my bitch tits. Woo! Fucking retards. You really are fucking stupid. Hey, Bobby, you got $9,000 you can pull out of your fucking sock drawer, you little fucking weasel. You douche fucking, you dumb fucking broke ass, no money in your fucking pockets, weasel. One more grand on that, and that goes to the money market fund and then gets invested. I don't even go to the fucking bank anymore. It's $10,000 in the fucking sock drawer. Then I go, I get a fucking check made or fucking Western Union and fucking send it off to my fucking money market fund. And then I look for a fucking stock investment. What the fuck are you doing with your life? You got, let me know when you got fucking $9,000 you can just pull out of your fucking sock drawer. Dumb fuck. Coded, never feed the fucking trolls. This troll is such a fucking douchebag. The true grifters always worry about other people's money, obsessing. Alan Killian. Very correct. Carte Blanche says that is called adult parenting, Coded. Give your children the best education that you may not have had. Sets them up to deal with YouTube drama llamas and those in real life. That's the thing is these people that are on YouTube, they're actually out there in the fucking real world. And they do the same shit in the fucking real world that they do on YouTube. Why do you think Jim Finch sits home with his fucking mommy, Teresa, his brother, and his fucking sisters, and 13 fucking cats? Why is it, Jimmy, that you can't find a fucking job? You got 9,000 in your fucking sock drawer, Jim? No. Jim and Jet says I pay between $6,000 and $7,000 a month to pay my bills. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have a car payment. I have a fucking electric bill, an internet bill, and a cell phone bill. Those are the only fucking bills I have. My son's tuition, my son's private school tuition is paid for the next 2 years. It's paid. Logan Sandman says, fun fact, Benjamins do not fluoresce under UV light on a laptop screen. I just tested it. If you get an actual UV light and you have 100, a 50, a 20, a 10, and a 5, if you pass that UV light over, each bill lights up a different color on the strip. It's pretty cool. We have a bunch of guys that are always looking for tech to, because we deal with counterfeit money. The best thing to do is the collar on every bill except the $1 bill. The president's shirt collar is ridged. You can feel it with your thumb. So I don't even have to look at the bill. I just feel it. If I don't feel the ridge, I give it back and I'm like, I don't want to take this. Give me something else. That's all I got. Okay, you're gonna have to leave then. Bye. Like, you guys don't understand. We're first. If a valet's doing their fucking job right, the company, then the valets they're the first one to greet the customer. They're the first one to interact with the customer. So the clubs I work are high end enough that, they're top tier clubs. If you fuck around with the valets, you're not going inside. If you give us bad money, I'll be at the door before you are. And I will let them know that you gave me bad fucking money and you will not go inside. We're the first filter. If you fuck around with us, you don't go in. If you give us bad money, you don't go in. If you give me bad money and you got inside, I will have you removed from the fucking club. Carte Blanche says Coded doesn't trust banks. Oh, I fucking trust banks. I trust banks. I fully trust that the bank will do everything in its power to turn my savings into a fee that they can put in their own pocket. I trust the banks. I have 100% faith in that, in the banking system. There's no need for it. It's an extra expense. The money doesn't need to go to the bank. It can go to a money market fund, which actually right now pays better interest than a bank account. And it's safer. I'm pretty sure the securities guarantees are higher than the FDIC bank guarantees too. So Carte Blanche says that Jam and Jet's bill amount, $6,000 to $7,000 a month, is quite a hefty amount. Fuck yeah, it is quite a hefty amount. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. All right, we're all caught up in the chat. Let's take a peek at the Limey GoFundMe one more time. Stop screen. What happened here? What happened here? There we go. All right, so if you want to on your own time, I want to let everybody know before I post the link that the organizer on this GoFundMe is Irish Demon. He will handle the fucking money before it goes to Limey's mom and sister. So make your decision on your own whether or not you want to donate to that. And if you were opposed to donating to this GoFundMe because Limey or because Demon will receive the money before it goes to Limey's mom or his sister, whoever's going to get the money, please put in the chat that the reason you wouldn't donate is because Limey has access to the money. Let them know. I mean, it's your opportunity to say, hey, Limey, I would have given money to this had it have gone directly to the parents, to the mom. So Bobby's room service says, can I see my handsome boy's face? It's been so long. I just need to see your face so I can clean your room. You're getting fucking weird now. You're not even remotely close to funny. You're just getting fucking weird. So pinned in the side chat is the GoFundMe for Limey. I want to remind everyone that Demon will have access to that money before you donate. Logan Sandman says, thanks to Bush 2, not only is the FDI insurance up to $200K, you can get the same protection at each separate bank. Yeah, you have to go to, if you have more than 200, if you have 250,000 in a bank account, you're only insured for 200,000. It would be smart to take the 50K out and open a deposit in a different bank. Katie D says, is this a UK GoFundMe? It's denominated in euros. You can see on the side here. It's denominated in euros. I don't know. Is there a difference between a UK FundMe and a US FundMe? Anyway, let's read this. This was posted up created January 18th of 2024. So Limey was still alive, right? And now it says, a lot of you will know our dear friend Adam has been struggling of late. It should say as of late. Sadly, following a medical incident on Sunday, he is now in hospital in a coma. He has an emergency surgery, and he has had an emergency surgery and is stable at this point. He is surrounded by his family right now, and everyone hopes for a speedy recovery. The road ahead is going to be difficult for Adam. No, not really. There is no road ahead for Adam anymore. You should correct that. He needs a lot of support, and we'll all be there to give it to him. No, you won't, because he's not around anymore. He is an amazing friend, should say was, friend, son, uncle, brother, and he's been an incredible help to so many, bringing laughs and love to many. One of those people was Miss Mandy, but that didn't stop you from attacking her. This fund is to assist his family with the heavy costs associated with this situation and help him upon his recovery. Demon, don't you think that should be updated? There is no recovery. For those reading who are unable to donate, your kind comments and love has been a huge comfort to the family, and I'm sure to him too. 11 hours ago, Amanda Robb donated and said, Demon, kind sir, your generous spirit, and don't forget his sticky fingers, and good nature is why I'm so happy to pitch in a little, 50 pounds. I was fortunate to receive back pay from my disability pension. This is a 46-year-old disabled person getting grifted by Demon. I'm only 46, so I figured it's best to share some. Bless you and your late friend's family. Thanks and praise from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. Amanda Robb, you've been conned. According to Demon, in the conversation I had with him, his past behaviors regarding these donation funds was less than exemplary, and I don't see any reason why his behavior would change now. Laura Rader says, FYI, a billionaire is currently grifting off Trump with a bogus GoFundMe CoffeeZilla contracted GoFundMe about the beneficiaries to prove it's a grift, even if billionaires use GoFundMe. Laura Rader says, to grift. Imagine what losers on YouTube use it for. It's pill money. Pill money, bottle of fucking Wild Irish Rose. The Demon strikes me as a Mad Dog 2020 drinker. The Demon's licking up the shit that drips out of the fucking well. I'm a radical on the edge biker, man. I drink the cooler water. That's all you can afford. Carte Blanche says, any of you suckers got a screenshot of me snitching, or are you going to make shit up about me? Don't just make shit up. Logan Sandman, do I need to Google snitching at Carte Blanche? Are you flirting with me again? Carte Blanche says, I put my share in my savings account. I just finished paying off a new AC heating system. I choose to pay double payments for my bikes a month, plus private school. Your kids are in private school too? I think it's a better way to go. It's safe. The public schools aren't fucking safe now. Everybody going in with fucking guns and shit. Katie D says, shouldn't it be corrected to say for funeral expenses? Yeah, it's a grift. It's minor details. This will bring them in, make them. It'll ongoing means the expenses are racking up still. Just we'll leave it that way, and then if anyone calls us out on it, we'll do the oopsie, my bad, dipshit. Laura Rader says, meh, snitches get stitches. Meh. Jimmy Felt's going to get a fat fucking lip for the way he's talking about my wife. There's a hill. There's a hill going up. It's a beautiful hill. Some say the hill is pleasant. It would be called a pleasant hill. Laura Rader says, I actually cared about Adam and his sweet soul, but I wouldn't give a dime to anyone but his mother directly if I was going to donate. I feel the same way. I mean, my only interaction with Limey was he came around to fucking stick up for Miss Mandy, who, by the way, people are now calling me a Miss Mandy simp. I never cared for her. I thought she was a fucking adversary of free speech. I thought she was a pillbilly. I thought she was just a fake Christian. She was just a fucking all around not good person. I didn't like anything about her or the little entourage she ran with, which happened to be Irish Demon, Dan, Witch of Hearts, Mark the Sarcastic Spank Boy. A lot of these people have fucking disappeared. Frauder the Reaper. She's best friends with Frauder the Reaper, but she threw her under the bus and gave information detrimental to her to Shiz. I mean, these fucking people. Anything to save your own ass, right? Well, I never really cared for Miss Mandy, and from what I understand, her account is gone from YouTube. But now they're calling me a Miss Mandy simp simply because I said that when she asked Demon to show his PayPal, she flipped the script on him. She got the better of him at that point because he wouldn't fucking show it. And she was accusing him of having grifted some of Adam's money to repair his car and pay his own fucking personal bills. And then Demon doesn't want to show his fucking PayPal. And then Demon's response was, my money matters are no one else's business. So in my comments section, in my chat on the videos, someone asked me if I donated to Limey's fund. And my response was, my money affairs are none of your fucking business. I was literally quoting Demon. And then the guy got brave after that and just started talking shit to me. You understand, I said to you what Demon said to Miss Mandy. You didn't think it was an acceptable answer. You're commenting about Demon's answer to Mandy, but you're too stupid to fucking know that. Idiot. All right, let's take a peek at this. This was the Miss Mandy Demon interview, which we covered drama free, unlike Shiz Happens. Oh my God, that fucking side chat. You would think they caught fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. 382 views, 124 subs. 3 fucking times. That's 300%. You fucking momos. I'll get a little fucking Bonus payment on that one. You're fucking stupid. You really are fucking stupid, you people. So, let me get that shared. There we go. Need to peel that out. Slide that over to here. Okay, so. Get caught up on these comments really quick. Alan Killian, Harley repairs. Rebel says Blanche never snitches. Jam and Jet says at carte blanche, my home is about 3,000 square feet, 3 kitchens, 5 bathrooms, and many people have been using my lower apartment to take a moment to get their act together. You're a fucking good dude, Jam and Jet. If that's true, man, you are a fucking good dude. Mad respect for that, bro. 3 kitchens. Holy fucking shit, dude. I want to come over to your house and fucking have a pizza party. 5 bathrooms, 3 kitchens. We could have a hell of a fucking party there, JJ. Jamming not Jet. Jamming not Joan Jet. 3 kitchens, 5 bathrooms. And this is the part I love. And many people have been using my lower apartment to take a moment to get their act together. You're a fucking class act, bro. I love you for that. Carte Blanche does too. At Jam and Jet, you are so kind-hearted and genuine. No wonder I like you. Laura Rader says, Mandy has always been a worthless grifter. That's all I've ever seen from her. I mean, she has addiction issues. It's fucking clear. That's what the grifting was all about. She was trying to grift and do the woe is me sympathy begging in order to not, because of her pill popping, not rob her family of their savings. She would, rather than spend all their money away, she'd rather take little bits from everyone else's pocket. But, I'm saying things like that. I'm still a fucking Miss Mandy simp. Simply because I don't think Demon would have approved, I don't think Limey would have approved of the way Demon treated Miss Mandy. I do not think that Limey would have approved of that at all because of the one real interaction I had with Limey. I called Miss Mandy out on some shit, and Limey fucking came on the broadcast and he fucking harshed me out, right? Listen, motherfucker, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He was right there to defend her. I don't think, even if everything that's said about Miss Mandy was done to Limey, I still think Limey would not have approved of the way Miss Mandy was treated. But that really had nothing to do with Limey and Limey's situation, and really had everything to do with Shiz's opportunity to get fucking, I don't know, revenge because they had a gossip battle going on. You don't ruin a person because they mocked you for having Asperger's or being on the spectrum. You don't fucking ruin a person over that shit. Jesus. Shiz's problem with Miss Mandy, which Demon fed into, had nothing to do with Limey's situation and everything to do with Shiz's opportunity to get revenge. That's where Shiz. That's where Shiz, I have a ton of fucking respect for the work you do with the murder investigations, the stuff on Wrangler, the stuff on Reaper, all that stuff. I have mad respect for that. But this shit going after Mandy this way on Valentine's Day, one of the fucking Demon things had nothing to do with helping or assisting Limey and everything to do with squashing Miss Mandy like a bug. You could have waited on that. You didn't have to do that at that point in time. And that's what I mean. You're great. You used your strength for like a shitty cause. And that will be your undoing if you continue to do that shit. Katie D says, I wasn't one of her fans, but she was on WNN and ID, and now they are turned on her. You can expect those people to bite your fucking back the minute you're turned. That's what they're back fucking stabbers. That's what they are. That's what they do. Listen, demon, you're 75% dead subscriber base. You beat up Miss Mandy to try to vitalize your fucking shitty account. Go back and watch your videos and listen to all the shit you promise people you're going to do that you never fucking do. You're the big pedo hunter. But I need everyone to buy me 15 fucking cell phones and 3 or 4 more laptops. Get off your fucking ass. Get a fucking job. If you want to do those things, go earn the fucking money. Grifter. Katie D corrects, all turned. Yep, they all did. Dan, look, the whole fucking... Why does Dan hate Miss Mandy? Because Miss Mandy's responsible for the fucking subscriber spike. That was when Miss Mandy was she was their social media coordinator. They're all that 11,000 fucking subscriber rise is all phantom fucking bot shit and fucking Facebook nonsense that Miss Mandy cajoled people into fucking subscribing. No one's coming around to listen to you, Dan. Now you got to get rid of Miss Mandy because she knows the fucking truth about your fucking subscriber rise. That's what you fucking guys do. You use other people to cheat shit on your behalf, start rumors for you and the rest of the shit. And then when you think that person could expose you, you have to fucking do whatever you can to denigrate, demoralize, and besmirch them before they have a chance to tell the fucking truth about you. 91% dead subscriber base, Dan. You can't fucking fix that. Shit, dick. Carte Blanche says they all turn on each other at KDD and then come back together when it's convenient and it helps them to stir it up. Let me tell you who you will never fucking see here again. They're welcome to come into the side chat and chat, but there will never be anything beyond that with me and Shiz or me and fucking Dearmid ever again. Because that fucking all you did, Dearmid, was prove you're just like the fucking people you go around running your fucking mouth about. Douche. Go play your games and try to fuck up Josh's platform. He'll fuck you up if you do the shit to him that you were doing over here. Laura Rader, lots of it is manufactured drama for clicks and views. Katie D, unless they are fighting over the money, they are grifting from idiots who believe they have to give money to get noticed. Top of that list, Gia. Katie D says, again, I wasn't one of her fans, but Irish Demon was so overbearing on that interview, saying how expert he was at interrogating people. All the shit that he says he did in fucking Australia only goes to prove that he couldn't hold a fucking job. Another sign of maybe binge drinking problems, and that he lies about the shit he did. He got shot guarding an oil field. Demon got shot guarding it. You're so full of fucking shit. According to Dearmid and Shiz, that was a cover story for you going into the hospital to have your fucking stomach fucking reduced in size and banded so that you could fucking not die from obesity because you can't control your fucking hand to mouth action. You LumpriCon. 40 people still in the chat. Logan Sandman says 5 bathrooms, no lines. I'm sure if there were 100 people there, we could get a line to form at the bathroom. AP says, you the man, Jam and Jet. Yeah, mad respect, bro. If you are doing that shit, mad respect. Hal 9000. I'm sure Adam wouldn't approve of her lying either. Why? He fucking did the same shit. Look, let's not fucking ice this cake. Adam was a fucking grifter who told stories to get donations to buy his fucking junk. And by the way, Demon talked to him for hours the night before he OD'd himself. And though he said he only talked to him and was trying to help him with things in the past on his live streams a month ago, he's now saying he sent him money. Because I was like, well, you know, if it was me and it was one of my friends, I would have been fucking boots on the ground. I would have been boots on the ground. I would have paid somebody directly to put a roof over his head. I wouldn't have given the guy fucking money. And then after that conference call, Demon, I guess he figured he needed to fucking prop up his fucking image a little bit. And he posted that he gave fucking money to Demon or to Limey. So basically, Irish Demon financed Limey's final purchase. What a great fucking friend you are. And kids listening in now, Limey should be the prime example of why you do not give cash to an individual with a substance abuse problem. No matter what the fucking sob story they tell you is, the first thing they're going to do is go buy substance. So dumb fuck Demon sends money to Limey, and Limey buys the junk that results in his final fucking purchase. Read the room, Demon. Read the fucking room. You're the dumb guy in the fucking equation. Pity. The last weapon that the weak use to harm the strong. Feel sorry for me. I'm out in the cold. I don't have a roof over my head. Is all a con to get money to buy fucking junk. And you gave it to him, you dumb shit. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker on YouTube. You have outdumbed Dan. Laura Rader says, like I said before, some grifters don't bother me, like Irish Demon, because he at least provides entertainment for the money. Well, he now killed someone, so, you know, he's not directly responsible, but you have culpability in the fucking matter, Demon, which is why you got the fuck out of London so fast. What dumb motherfucker gives an on-the-street junkie cash? Stupid. You ought to be investigated. For contributory negligence. And now you're using the tragedy to fucking to put money in a fucking account that you're going to get the fucking money from. You better show fucking receipts. Demon. Hal 9000 says, Jesus, jump to conclusions much? Well, Hal, what are you doing, Dave? Hal, what conclusion was jumped to? Demon says he was talking to him the night before he overdosed and that he sent him money. Was Demon the last guy to talk to Limey before the overdose? Laura Rader says, honestly, the only one responsible for Adam's death is Adam and the choices he made. I don't know, man. If someone says they're feeling suicidal, do you give them a loaded handgun? You don't. You know why? Because you would have some liability in the person's death. If someone's a junkie on the street and they're giving you a sob story for money, do you send them cash or do you say, hey, mate, I'll be over there in the fucking morning? Hang out, find somewhere to hang out, go to a diner or whatever, find somewhere to hang out, call me from the diner. I'll call the diner. I'll send the diner money for food. Stay there. It'll take me X amount of time to get there. That's it. I literally have done it in the past. got on a plane to go get a friend who was fucking suicidal. I had friends meet up with me, and we snatched the motherfucker off the street, and we put him in a fucking house until we could talk him into voluntarily entering a program. We kidnapped the motherfucker. Legally, we kidnapped him. That dude, if you talk to him today, would tell you that the four of us are the only reason he's still alive. Well, Demon claims he was one of the last ones to talk to him. And Demon claims he sent them money there, Hal. Rotate another sock account, Irish Demon. Logan Sandman says that Jam and Jet, no, Limey Adam had the relapse and the completely shit-faced meltdown about a year ago. He wasn't working his sobriety. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Limey's done this shit before. And you're feeding into the same fucking routine. Alan Killian says that's called an intervention. It is called an intervention, but this literally was fucking kidnapping. We took this motherfucker off the street, kicking and screaming, trying to find fucking drugs. We literally took him off the street, kicking and screaming. We went to college together. We spent 4 years together. We lived in the same fucking dormitory. He's one door down from me. He was like a fucking brother to me. Watching him go down the fucking toilet over a couple of years after college was not a lot of fucking fun. And he went down the fucking toilet. Hal 9000 says, so you don't know for a fact he was the... I don't give a shit if he was the... Let me rephrase. One of the last person to speak to Limey, according to Demon, was Demon the night before, and he was trying to help him out with some things, was the first thing he said. And then he posted on my fucking... on a response on a community post that he sent him fucking money the night before he overdosed. Great fucking friend you are, Demon. Keep bringing it up, Hal, and I'll keep repeating it. Carte Blanche says, are you taking out his family as being there in the last moments at Hal 9000? The hospital would have contacted them first. I'm talking about the moments before, the time before he overdosed. Demon said he was talking to him the night before he overdosed, and he was trying to help him out with some things, and he sent them money. Do not send fucking money to a junkie. Get your ass there. That's it. Get your ass there. Because the junkie's going to take the fucking money and buy the fucking junk. Is it really that fucking hard to figure out? Hal 9000 says that Carte Blanche. No, the last person to speak to Adam before he OD'd. Correct. That's what I'm talking about. So you don't know what does it matter who the last person was, Hal? This is why the conversation with Limey was so fucking pointless. Demon was one of the last people to talk to him, possibly the last. Okay? So you can belabor you don't know if he was the last person. I don't care. I don't care. Demon said he was one of the last people to talk to him. He sent him fucking money the night before Limey overdosed. Whose money do you think he spent on the fucking drugs? That's if it's true that Demon even sent them money, because, Demon don't have a fucking pot to piss in on his own. And he may have just been saying that because he's stupid and he wanted to get credit for giving Limey money, but he doesn't realize that in doing that, he admits he's the guy who bought the fucking dope that Limey offed himself with. Idiot. Are you getting it now, Hal? Or are you still Hal 9000? Are you still the malfunctioning computer that needs to be taken apart? Laura Rader says, the point is no matter if you are protecting someone from themselves 24/7, they have to want to help themselves to get better. Otherwise, it's just a delay from the inevitable. I agree with that 99%. The situation with my buddy, and it's happened more than once. It's not just them wanting to get better. You have to get them to a point where they're fucking rational, where the Jones isn't overriding their fucking thinking. And sometimes you got to sit on a motherfucker for a week or so before they'll voluntarily go into treatment. You have to get them to that point. And, thankfully I had 3 college buddies who, just stopped what they were doing, told the people they worked for, this is what's going on, got permission to fucking take time. And, we rotated because you can't all sit with sit with the fucking dude, because then he'll start playing you. Junkies are manipulators. That's how they stay junkies. They learn how to manipulate people. So they'll sit there and play you against your fucking friends, and they'll cause fucking problems. So it's one at a time. It's a constant fucking, it's a 6-hour shift, and you fucking roll over 4 guys. You got a 24-hour day. You're covered. Everybody do 6 hours. And then you go back. You have a separate motel room where the other fucking 3 dudes are staying. You hang out with each other. You plan how you're going to get shit done. Who's going to coordinate food pickup and the rest of the shit. And you get it done until you get the motherfucker to say, I'll check in. So here we go again. The last person might have said something very hurtful. That's okay. This is why the conversation was so unfruitful with Limey, because this is all you get. You get dumb motherfuckers. You get dumb motherfuckers who just make up hypothetical shit. Let me repeat, Hal 9000. Demon said he spoke to him the night before and sent him money. So where do you think the money that bought the drugs that he OD'd on came from? What do you think? He was walking around with fucking money falling out of his pockets? Idiot. Jesus Christ. But hypothetically, Santa Claus could have shown up and an elf jumped off his sleigh, and it freaked Limey out so bad that he had to double up his drug consumption. You fucking idiot. Logan Sandman says, I saw Limey's last video. He was awake and talking. He wasn't as animated as ID led on. That said, I understand hopefulness. Yeah, he would and then the other thing is, someone mentioned that, hey, if I went to visit my friend in the hospital, he almost killed himself, I would have sat on the edge of the bed and got a fucking picture with him. It might be the last chance you get to take a fucking picture with your friend, right? And Demon's response, I related that, and Demon's response was, it's expressly forbidden to bring camera phones into the hospital. But you put a fucking camera phone shot video of Limey in his hospital bed on your fucking channel, which may have been taken off the fucking channel. I don't know if it's still there. But you put that up while you're saying that phones are expressly forbidden in the hospital. What did you hire? What did you do? Hire a fucking phoneless camera crew to come in and record Limey's fucking wake up? You're so full of shit, and you're so easy to catch in your fucking bullshit lies. And then you got to send these dumb fucks like Hal 9000 around to be like, well, hypothetically, a grain of dust could have blown in his eye, and he could have stumbled out into the street and twisted his ankle on the curb. And so he took the drugs, not to kill himself, but really to relieve the pain of a twisted ankle. Yeah, hypothetically that could happen, but we can rule that out of the fucking actualities. Laura Rader says, Jam and Jet, very noble of you. Work so hard to help others, knowing how others helped you. Absolutely. Jam and Jet says, at codedfriend.001, junkies will steal from you, then help you look for it. Exactly, dude. Exactly. AP says, I wish I had friends like you, Coded. AP, you get yourself fucking hooked on drugs and fucking roaming the streets, and your wife calls me and says, I can't find my fucking husband. I haven't seen him in 2 weeks. He's on the shit again. I'll come fucking get you. I will come fucking get you. Your wife needs to know how to get in touch with me, though. I will fucking walk up and down every goddamn alley and kick every fucking homeless bum laying in the fucking gutter with a coat over his head to make sure it ain't fucking you. Hal 9000, and you're making up shit too. What did I make up? Demon said he sent Limey money the night before he fucking OD'd. What am I making up? Demon said it. Jesus Christ, get a new sock. Be more funny. Carte Blanche says, crossing the line now, Coded. Don't get caught up in the drama llamas. They are just waiting in the wings. Yeah, I'm trying to flush them out and bring them in. There's method in the madness. At Laura Rader, it wasn't noble. It was the right thing for Jam and Jet. I feel the same fucking way, man. There's no nobility in seeing the human being at the lowest point in their fucking life. You don't feel noble. You don't. That's why these people who talk this shit are so fucking fat. I'm so glad you posted that, Jam and Jet. You feel like shit when you see people in these shitty fucking situations. It so affects the core of yourself that you don't feel like you're doing anything special. You literally feel like, I don't have a fucking choice. I have to fucking do this. You know how badly when I found my buddy and I found our other college buddy in a city in the fucking gutter, laying in the fucking gutter with shit water, just out like a fucking light, with a denim jacket over his fucking head to hide his face from fucking humanity. Do you know how badly I wanted to fucking leave him there? If it wasn't for I'm like, this is it. I can't do this again. We'd been through this before. I'm like, I can't do this again. Let him fucking go. And my buddy was like, I can't carry him by myself. You gotta fucking help. At least just help me carry him. I don't feel noble in those situations at all. I don't feel noble at all. I feel disgust. I feel disgust that I was that insensitive toward a friend, that I allowed him to go that far into the fucking deep end. Money doesn't fix shit. It never fucking did. But you run these money GoFundMes because you want your little fucking carve out. That's why the money's not going to the family, Demon. That's why it's going through your sticky fucking fingers first. Shitbag. Laura Rader, all praises to the Most High. In my view, the best way to praise God is to help your fellow humans. I agree with that. Laura Rader says, Blanche, as I've said many times, Coded never knows when to shut the fuck up. And I probably never will, Laura. Yeah, this is what I mean, Katie D. The fucking, when it comes to why didn't you take a picture with your buddy if you were actually, Demon was never in the fucking hospital. His proof of it is a video of Demon sitting in the dark talking to someone off camera. You don't know if it's a fucking sister or the mom. You don't know. He could be talking to fucking anyone off camera. Here's your fucking script. Read these parts. I'm going to ask you these questions. No one knows if Demon was ever in the fucking hospital. The family hasn't come forward and said he was there. The family hasn't come forward and said, we gave Irish Demon our permission to run this GoFundMe. You only have Demon saying these things and a video of Demon sitting in the dark talking to a voice off camera. That's not fucking proof, Demon. So the receipt that you're a grifter con man is the fact that you're making all these fucking claims and you don't have a shred of fucking proof. Hal 9000. Gosh, so angry. Don't have a stroke. Don't worry about me, Hal. I'm not angry. I'm passionate. You don't know the difference. So, go tell your LumpriCon friend to stop jamming so many fucking Girl Scout cookies down his mouth. You looking for pedos, Dearman? You a pedo hunter? You should be checking this fat fucking LumpriCon out. Maybe that's why the fiance left. Maybe she could tolerate the fucking cheating and shit. It was the age that bothered her. Jim and Jet says that coded friend.001 let me up with you. Okay. Sorry about the delay. And hang on, I'm posting the link right now. Jim and Jet joins the chat. It's posted. I'm not going to pin it because Limey's donation thing is up there. And again, I think Demon's wholly fucking untrustable, but I'll still put the GoFundMe up. Buyer beware. Donate at your own discretion. I don't think Mom's going to see much of that fucking money. The invite is in the chat, Jam and Jet. Right on. Perfect. At WNN, they love to point and laugh at people at their lowest. Yeah, they do. Let Jam and Jet up. There he is. It says devices not connected. There we go. You just popped in. Jam and Jet, how we doing, bro?
Right, yourself? How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Venting a little.
I think that this is way deeper. People are making it way deeper than it really is. I know that I worked in the field, and I mean, at the rehab, I worked in one night. They found 3 of our patients snuck out. They found them dead in a lake. It's hard to help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%.
There's a saying that you could bring a horse to water, lead him to water, but you can't make him drink. You can make him thirsty, but you can't make him drink. They got to be willing to do the drinking. Just like I tell my son, I can't work your life harder than you do. Right. You have to work your life. And whatever, and I tell him that when you finish school and if you choose to go to college or the military, whatever you choose, at the end, if you feel that being a street sweeper is what you want to do, then be the best damn street sweeper that you can be. That's all anybody can ask of you.
Go ahead, sorry. Keep going.
Go ahead. I don't want to take up. Go.
No. The wisdom of be the best you can be was, and you're from downstate New York. My parents were Long Islanders. My dad always said the same thing to me. I don't give a fuck if you're a garbage man, as long as you're the best garbage man out there. Like my father
owned a garbage company.
Right. My parents put no pressure on me as far as what direction to go in life, the admonition and the advice was always the same: be the best. No matter what you do, as long as you're the best at it, you'll be able to make a living doing it.
I was drunk one night and I totaled my car doing 90. And I don't know if I went through the windshield or what, but I was roaming around aimlessly right around the car when the cops got there. So I assisted the cops looking for the driver. And a friend drove by and said, "Hey, he's the driver." And next thing I knew, they put me in a gurney, put me in an ambulance, sent me to the hospital. And when I called my mom. She said, "Okay, I'll be right there to pick you up." She picked me up. Never said anything wrong. Never said anything bad. She said, "You okay? Glad to see. You need to do something about your drinking." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, okay." And when she dropped me off, at my friends took me in because I became homeless a few times. My family was never broke, but I I needed to hit bottom before I can do anything for myself. It was after my girlfriend. My girlfriend was killed in a car accident, and I used drinking to fill that void that was burning inside me.
Yeah.
And it worked for a minute, and then it just created a tornado in my life. And my mom, as I was on crutches, as I was going away from her car, she called me back to the window, and I got attitude, right? Why are you calling me back, And she says, "I just want to let you know that's the last phone call you could use. You're now a man. I always offered you one phone call from prison. That was it. After that, you're on your own." And I tried, and she's backing up. And I say, "Mom, but I wasn't in prison. I was in the hospital, different thing." No, trouble is trouble, no matter what the ending becomes. And what I've found is that even with Limey, all that stuff that's going around, people are looking and searching how to deal with their own hurt. What could they have done differently? What could they have done to get his attention? And basically, it comes back to Limey made a bad decision, and he paid the price for it.
Yeah.
And recovery is the exception to the rule, not the rule. 33% of all alcoholics and addicts find recovery. The rest either find themselves in prison or dead. That's it. Only 33.
Right.
And so it's important. And like my home, like I said, I have a 3-story home. I have my sons. They got their apartment upstairs. One's 16, the other one's 30. They got a kitchen, a living room. They got all their things up there. And then myself, my wife, and my son with cerebral palsy, we live on the main floor. And then we have a basement apartment that I use for friends in need, because people been there for me when I was down and out. Because people who are down and out or alcoholics and addicts are not all bad. It just people go through troubling times. My mom owned a Texaco gas station. We had a 3-bay garage, and on the 3rd bay, I guess this is where I learned it. She had a bay where it was always open, and it was only used for neighbors going through rough times and needed their cars repaired for their families, to get to work and get the food on the table. And my mom, the only thing she would charge them was for the parts.
Right,
and
right.
she would have a bill. And when she passed away, and at 47 of lung cancer, I could have retired on the money that people owed her. But she
Right.
didn't care. It wasn't about the money. It was about being a part of that community.
Right.
You know, and that was near, it was close to Mahopac, New York. And it was during the 70s when we were going through all that the gasoline, the odd and the even.
Yeah, all the rationing shit. I remember that. I was a little kid.
Yeah, we were rationing. We were going to neighbors' house at night, filling up some gas cans to get our cars going. And we had one guy, I can't understand it. He must have woke up. He must have been alcoholic. I don't know how you can wake up every morning and say, how the fuck is my car empty again? And because we could go over, we had to say, it was roll them. And that would mean that we were going to do something that wasn't socially acceptable. And we'd sneak over to his house. And this guy had a big old Cadillac, and we'd fill it up, and then we'd go our way. But we always left enough so we can get to the gas station. And we didn't take all. We'd fill up a 5-gallon tank, whatever it was, and then we'd go out and get stoned and drunk and party all night. And so that's But my point here is that I'm responsible for my actions. Nobody else is. And sometimes I have to pay a consequence for my behavior. Like Kaiser, he's gotten away with the consequence of his behavior, but it looks like it's going to catch up to him. But if it does, it does. Doesn't, it doesn't, because there's many people out there who still have, like when I quit drinking, I lost everything I owned after I quit drinking because all the mess I created didn't catch up to me until after I quit drinking. Because it was at that point that I had to either take ownership of the havoc I created or go back out drinking and create some more mess.
Right.
It was like a big snowball coming down on top of me. Like I was running all them years drunk. And all of a sudden when I quit, that snowball hit me and it was a mess all over. And all the people I've hurt and all the things that I avoided doing and just caught up to me. And then I had to clean up my mess. And sometimes people are not willing to accept the consequences of their behavior. There's an entitlement there that I don't know why. I do know why, because they're human. And that's the only thing we'll be exactly in this lifetime is being human.
Unfortunately, not accepting the consequences of one's behavior is the norm.
Yeah, and that's part of that inability. Like I heard that chief guy Tuttle talking about AA, and then the next minute he's talking about transvestites, and I'm thinking to myself, one of the philosophies of AA is live and let live.
Right.
You know, don't be judging others until you lived in their shoes for a month. And this guy's men are men, women are women. You know what? I don't know what God's will is for me. And I won't judge you what you do in your bedroom if you don't judge me what I do in my bedroom. And if you do judge me, I'm still not going to judge it. Because I really don't know. You know, I haven't lived in your shoes for months. So how the hell do I know what's going on? How do I really know? Even what you say. I went to schools. I went to Rutgers for a little while for alcohol and drug studies over 2 summers. I went to Fordham University when it was 11th in the country for social work. It was just amazing education. I remember the first time I walked in the building And I looked around and I said, oh my God, like if anybody would see me walking up these stairs, they would call the police to get me locked up and take me away. And because I had such a low self-esteem, I had to work on the inside. And that's the problem a lot of times with alcoholics and addicts. It's an inside job, not an outside job.
Yeah. Yep. You're
I will
right.
take care of myself if I take care of the inside. Go ahead. I heard you were going to say something.
No. The statement that it's an inside job, not an outside job, is 100% correct. Like what you talked about with low self-esteem. I went right before I quit drinking. I went through like a phase with that. I had already retired from my profession as a stockbroker. I had piles of fucking money. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was over in Europe at the time. And I just remember I was coming out of a fucking pub. I think I got shot down trying to pick up a girl. And I just felt like low, like low. Like I didn't even want to I didn't want to take the girl back to the room and bed her or anything. I just wanted to go have breakfast with someone. And she, I was fucked up drunk. And she was like, no, I don't think so. I don't really think I want to hang out with you. And I was like, all right, whatever. But I remember going and having breakfast and I just felt, I felt that fucking lowness. And that, my whole drinking thing was to insulate me from it kept people away from me. Because everybody I spent all day doing stockbroker shit. And then at night when I would go out and socialize, as soon as people found out that I or the group I was with, we were all brokers, all they wanted to do was talk about the fucking market. So every time somebody...
That's because what happens though is that our job is who we are. That's what we identify as. And what happens is that we actually lose who we are.
Yep.
We lose that inner peace. And I remember I would judge myself by who I hung out with instead of who I was. And that created a mess. So there was all this stuff was going on while I was drinking. But when I sobered up, that's when I was capable of seeing what a moron, what a bozo. I was a bigger bozo than I thought I was. And I was able to allow myself to be human and allow myself to make mistakes in front of others. Because a lot of times I feared if I made a mistake, I'd walk away. I was still accountable. Like you keep talking about culpability. I call it, there's times that I'm responsible and times that I'm accountable. Accountable is I did it. Like I knocked the milk on the floor. Responsibility is, hey, I just spilled this milk. So there's accountability and then there's responsibility.
Yeah.
And also with shame, my guilt is I made a mistake. Shame is I am the mistake. And what happened was I had this shame about I bought somebody else's message. That was the biggest problem in my life at the time. I bought others' messages. And I had to get rid of those messages, revisit what was going on the inside. And then I had to put my higher power, who I choose to call God. So I put my faith in one place and I'd give people trust. And if they violated that trust, I wouldn't give them anymore. Where before, like my father would say, hey, we're going to the zoo on Saturday. I'd be all dressed up. I'd wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd be sitting on the couch, watching Bozo the Clown in the morning. And I'd be waiting for it, and he would never show up.
Right.
So I had trust issues. And then when I was 12, my mom went to the movies and never came home. And so I had what you would call abandonment issues, and I had to work on that. And what most important for me was realizing that I can't take responsibility for others' actions. Like when my daughter makes a mistake, it has no resemblance of who I am because she chose to make that mistake.
Right.
And it had nothing to do about me. She chose that path. I can only make her aware of where to walk and how to walk. It's up to her of the decision she makes. And again, if she whatever she does, if she does it great and becomes president of the United States, it has no resemblance on who I am. It was the things she's done in her life, so I can't take credit for it.
Yeah. It's hard,
a lot
dude.
of people do. Oh, my kid did this, my kid did that. Good for your kid, you know. I mean, you showed them the way and they took it. Because I know people who gave this. You take two kids and gave them the same thing. One became a lunatic, and the other one became a responsible citizen. So, but both kids doesn't reflect on who the parent is. What happened, Logan? I didn't mess you up, did I?
Well, me, Logan.
No, Logan was saying something about Bozo the Clown.
Oh no, somebody. He was just saying that's Bozo's an ancient reference. We might as well have referenced Captain Kangaroo. I don't think anybody.
Oh yeah, you know what? Captain Kangaroo was in the Navy.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And he was a Navy vet. And I didn't mean to get up here and move your chat in a different direction. I just thought that it's more important if we keep it what I'm capable of managing and handling. Limey is in a better place today.
That's
yeah, I know it's iffy because he committed, but sometimes I think God has forgiveness, right?
yeah. I'm saying it's hard to say if he is or isn't. Yeah, you never know what goes down in the
you don't know when he got to the gate.
last,
you really don't know,
right?
And it's not for me to say. And sometimes maybe by me forgiving Limey for making that selfish decision helps him get to the pearly gates. I don't know.
I don't. I see. I think suicide ultimately is like a really fucking selfish act because you are literally abandoning accountability and responsibility for your own life. I do know that the major. It's hard to prove, but it's said that the vast majority of people who commit suicide in the final moments really wish they hadn't.
Exactly. There have been people who survived it,
right?
And then they realized how selfish it was, but they had tunnel vision. They couldn't see a way out. There was they didn't understand how to communicate their pain, their hurt, the void. There were people there probably. They can't see it because of the tunnel vision of the pain and the hurt.
Yeah. When substance abuse causes a lot of fucking clouding, that like you can't see the people that really. The big issue with substance abuse is all you see is the fucking negativity.
Like when I was
you kind of resent the people who will actually show legitimate kindness toward you. But it's like what you said, it's that healing that has to happen on the inside. If you really loathe yourself, then anyone who's kind or loving toward you develop that same loathing toward them. It's a fucking weird dynamic.
Like when I was I was a social worker in the school where the students had a choice between the school. It was called Phoenix House Academy, and a choice between the academy or going to Rikers Island. And that was the choice. You didn't have any other choice.
Right.
And they would be angry at me saying they had no choice. And I would tell them, yeah, you did. You had a choice to go to Rikers Island. You chose here. So let's see what we can do to help you not to return to a place like this. My job is to help you to make the changes you need in the foundation of your life so you don't end up in a place like this again.
Right.
This isn't a good place to be, but it's a healthy place if you choose to allow it to help you. And then they say, I hate you. You're part of my problem. And I would tell them, I can be a part of your problem or I can be a part of the solution. It's up to you what you want me to do for you.
Right.
I can be. Go ahead.
Let me answer a quick question for Katie D in the chat. And you can, it's all right. You can chime in on this too. Katie D says at codedfriend.001, did anyone in his family say he attempted suicide or was it an overdose? The only thing I heard was from reported by Demon. I don't know if it came from Demon himself or was related by Limey's mother, but Demon said it wasn't a suicide attempt. I completely disagree with that. When you have the kind of problems and issues that Limey's had with harder drugs, like nobody's going to smoke dope, pot, and kill themselves, right? But if you take heroin, that fucking chance is there. If you're mainlining, not snorting, but if you're mainlining cocaine, you can shut your fucking heart down. It can happen. So anytime you're fooling around with these harder fucking drugs, no matter how much experience you have with them, you're flirting with fucking death. So to me, in the final analysis, except for some really accidentally weird shit, it's all the suicide attempt is always present.
Yeah, but it's also not my place to call it a suicide. Because with drugs, it comes a point where more is not enough. Like one is too many, 10 is not enough. I can't get that high. I'm driving for that high. I can't get it anymore.
Right. Or the classic mistake is you have cleaned up, you have gotten off, and now you're relapsing, and you go back to your original dose when you
can't get there.
Right, but you go back to your original dose that you were using when you used, and it's too much for you to handle first time back in one shot. It's off to a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people are aware of this. If you have a person who was off whatever shit they were on and then they relapse a year later, it's usually because they took the dose. If they wind up killing themselves, it's usually because they took the dose they were taking when they were using, and it was too much for them after a year of sobriety.
Yeah, and I agree with Katie and about he was awake for a while. Yep. And I also wonder if the family asked him, or if sometimes they don't want to know. So they'll avoid that question because they fear to find out that he did want to die.
They would prefer to just say it's not.
Yeah. So, and it's such a personal place for the family that we don't belong in. We're overstepping boundaries. Unless if you're saying something to hurt a person in pain, you're wrong. If you're not going to say something helpful or I'm not saying positive, because sometimes I'd rather have a live enemy than a dead friend.
Yeah.
And I made some enemies. I mean, I had a line of people who were threatening to kill me. And once they crossed that invisible line from addiction to recovery, then they come back, and I always knew because they come in, they'd hugging me and thanking me, and what's going on here? What's wrong with you? And as soon as they realized that I was on their side, I was on their team, and I would say, look, man, it ain't about me. You allowed me on your team. You're the one who put the foot. You're the one who took trust in your higher power and in what this program offers. I'm only a tool.
Right.
And by the grace of God, that there's points in my life, like I do things, and I hear this with you a lot, Coded, is that at times I can hear when you're talking with your head, and then other times when you're talking with your heart. But then there's times I can hear when you speak, and it's when your mind and your heart are touching. And I love those points in my life when that happens to me.
Yeah.
Such
I
a
know.
great feeling.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, to have those two synchronized is highly important.
And it doesn't happen all the time. It just
No, it does. Usually the heart overruns the intellect, or the intellect coldly stifles the heart. It's very rare that the two are synced up in common. It's beautiful when you recognize it too. I'm glad you pointed that out. Thank you.
And another thing too is that I have to remember, because you just used that, is I really have to work my life as I over E, not E over I. Intellect over emotions, because when I run on emotions, I say some dumb things. I hurt some people. I got to go back and apologize, get on my hands and knees to my wife and my son, and I have to go up and go to his room and say, "Hey, man, I was wrong. You were right. I just I got defensive that you were saying I made a mistake, which I'm allowed to, but
Right.
I don't have to blow the world up today because they didn't like my suggestion."
You know, there are times when I've argued with my wife. My wife is not good with fucking money. So, you know, if I send her my son's private school tuition, you know, the full shot to pay in 1 year, there's a good chance I'm going to find out a week later that only 75% of the bill got paid. And, you know, I'll be like, well, what the fuck do you do with the rest of the money? It's his education. You know, you can't do that. And she's like, well, you know, there was this outfit I wanted, or a pocketbook. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's, you know, and there were a couple times where I've been like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. And I get pissed and I hang up. And then, you know, because for me,
country, man. That's
right. And my wife grew up in abject poverty. It took me a long time to understand this, because, you know, I didn't grow up rich, but I had the things I fucking wanted. I didn't just have the things I needed. I had the things I wanted. My wife grew up without having the things she needed. So like it took me a while for me to be able to really understand it. And it took me seeing other members of her family do the same thing to their boyfriend or husband, and, you know, talking with them, I started to get it. But I blasted my wife a couple times. That's our son's education money. How fucking irresponsible are you? And it broke my wife's heart. And
but it wasn't that they're responsible for her. She
right.
Put
and
75% in.
Right.
That 75% is more than they make in a year.
Right. So
we forget to look at the whole picture. We look at she was responsible enough only to take 25%, knowing that you're probably capable of putting that back. And plus, if you were there, you would have bought her the purse.
Maybe not. I'm not a frugal guy. Like, I'm not an I have money, but I'm not an extravagant person. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, baby. Great to see you.
Hello, baby. But and now that I have understanding of what's going on, when those little money things happen, like I let them slide.
You
I let
handle
them.
it differently. You approach it differently.
I let it slide way more often than I would for any other person I've ever been with. And there have been a couple times where I've just quick kind of popped off and I've been like, not fucking Jesus. And I just hang up the phone. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, what the fuck? You just killed your your dialogue with your wife. What the fuck are you doing? And I will literally, she's never taken advantage of it, but I would fucking crawl. I would literally crawl a fucking mile to have her forget that I fucking, so quickly cut her off like that. So, I understand what you're talking about. It took me a long time, and it wasn't until later in life that I picked up on that shit.
Even here in the United States, the last year or two, my wife would say, "Oh, my friend doesn't have enough to make her bills this month. Can we help them in any way?" And we might give them $100, $200, but the people, it isn't a person who's out on the streets. It's people with 3, 4 kids, husband and wife working, trying to make ends meet. And I feel thankful that I'm capable of helping somebody because people were there for me when I was out there and being a nut. And then there was times when I wasn't being a nut and things just happened and people reached out and helped me. So I like the opportunity. I even feel better when my wife asks me and I give it to her and I tell her, don't let them know it's me. And the reason is my ego. I have to keep my ego in check. And I'd rather help somebody and not let them know I helped them. And because it helps them even feel, I think, more comfortable and less that somebody's, that they, because people don't want to ask for help.
Well, it's the scripture too. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Don't let your flesh know what you're spiritually motivated by, because
exactly.
your flesh will shut it down.
Once I take credit for it, it's no longer humble.
Yeah, I do. Like my son's school, they wanted, contributions for some game thing that's going on for the elementary portion of the school. So my wife, she sent me a copy of the solicitation letter for donation, and I was like, take $100 out of the bank account and donate it. And then I got a text message from my wife later in the day. She's like, they won't take the money. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean they won't take the money? And she's like, no, the kindergarten kids aren't participating in the games, and the other. Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut this off in a bit. That's my alarm. The kindergarten kids aren't actually participating in the games. It was just a contribution to help, and they weren't going to take more than like $10 from any of the kindergarten parents. And my wife's like, what do I do with the money? And I'm like, well, give them $20, tell them to take it and put the rest of the money back in the bank account. Like, it's so weird to me over there when they ask for donations and shit, and they're like, no, that's too much to give. I'm like, the fucking $100 is nothing.
Yeah, but there it is.
Yeah, it's a huge amount there. You're absolutely right. It's a ton.
It's like rent is probably like $300 a month. If
well,
except where you live and how you live, or if you own land.
To put it into perspective where I'm at, for agricultural workers, the day labor rate to have a laborer for one day is $10 fucking.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's,
Right.
Because I have my properties in the Dominican Republic, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 properties, and I have 2 storefronts that are rented out, and then I have my property where I'm going to build my house, indoor swimming pool, overlooking the mountains behind us. It's like the highest piece of property. You know how like the land is. It's probably similar to the Philippines. Is that all of a sudden there's like these drop offs, and then you could see forever, and you got the palm trees and the coconut trees and mangoes and everything else out there. And I'm going to build over the ledge a deck and stuff, and a bunch of bedrooms. Like, so anybody like I belong to the combat vets. If any of them want to go down and have a place to stay, the door's always open. As long as you get I'll have a maid in the neighborhood. So when you leave, get the maid to clean it up. Don't leave the mess there for me.
Right.
And that's all that matters, you know, that when they leave, you know, pay the whoever it is that's cleaning, give them a good price. And, you know, like, again, you know, like $10, $20, you get the whole house just about remodeled. And then just go. So I think that's important. And I think what most important is that we bring everything back home. When I say home, we bring it back to us. Because whenever I'm pointing my finger at anybody else, I got 3 fingers pointing back at me. So whatever I tell somebody about what they're doing, I've done that before. So a lot of times I have to be careful when I'm accusing somebody of something. I haven't murdered anybody, but thank God I can't get arrested for my thoughts. And but it's important that I bring it back home, and I remember where I'm at. I remember what I'm responsible for. I remember my family. I remember if I'm in the chat that I'm giving out the best quality, which you do. You give out a great quality in your chats. You bring out a lot of good info about what's going on out there. The problem today too is that all these people, everybody, I'm talking, let's say you got 2 chats banging heads. They both want to be on the side of truth, but only one can be. That makes sense?
One can be. You're right. Only one can be, or neither can be. We can all be on the.
A lot of times, basically, one has more side of the truth than the other.
But we can all be on the side of the truth as long. We don't have to be error-free to be on the side of the truth.
Yes,
we do have to be pursuing the truth and the truth only. We're never.
In the foundation, yes. In the foundation, the truth has to be what we're searching for.
If you're not willing to shed non-truth, no matter how beneficial non-truth is for you to hold, if you're not willing to shed non-truth for the simple truth, you're not on the side of the truth, period. You have to be willing to give up what's not true, even if it's beneficial for you to hold not true things. You have to be willing to put that shit down and walk the fuck away from it if you want to be on the side of the truth.
Yeah, like me, I have resentments, right? Resentment for me is like peeing in my pants. Everybody sees it, but only I feel it. It's such a warm sensation. So I got to be careful with that. Like a couple of times I realized that at Jerry's place, I asked to come up because they were talking about subjects that I thought that I had some information that could benefit the whole chat. And he blew me off. And then somebody else came, hey, why don't you come on up? So that's when I knew that he didn't want me up there. So I did it another time. And the same thing happened. He ignored me. And so it was 2 other people after me that showed up, and he brought them up. And that's when I knew that, you know what? I don't have a quality that he's looking for. He doesn't find what I have to share useful. And I had like it really hurt. And it was like feeling excluded, from the, like when you let me up, that was very helpful. You don't know how much you helped me. I just got finished wiping somebody's butt and putting a diaper on them and feeding them through a feeding tube. And so being up here actually gets me away from my real life, which I have. And then I also have a 16-year-old driving my truck. And then I have my wife who's at work, and I have another son who's at work. So it's a busy home.
Right.
And so I have to and then another thing was I noticed like sometimes, and I noticed when I thought that a lot of things you said the other day on that chat when it was you against the world.
Oh, you were in there?
Yeah, I was there. I was checking it out. I thought that you had a lot of good points. I just thought your timing was off, but because it was too close to the death.
My timing's always off. That's why my timing's.
No, wait, let me finish because
go ahead. Go
there's
ahead.
no reason to get defensive because I'm on your side.
I'm not getting defensive. I'm not.
No, like you are, but it's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I forgive you. I'm going to allow you to be human. And
cool.
Just kidding. Is that it was so close and the emotions were so raw. So you were trying to blow out a light bulb. People couldn't hear you.
Right.
And the flags were going up. And people didn't understand where you were coming from. But if you would have done this a week, maybe 2 weeks from then, you could have been a hero.
I
don't mean you being a hero, but I'm just using a word that is exaggerated.
I totally understand what you're saying, but here's the deal. You should be the second guy to come along and make the points I made. I'm the fucking plowman. Nobody wants to see me. It's a nice green pasture before I get there, and I plow the fucking shit out of it, and it's a dirt fucking sod mess. That's who I am.
But the thing is, but now somebody has to come and they have to put the seed down,
right?
Fertilize it,
right?
And because immediacy, like as a counselor, that's people love. Oh my God, they love to hate me because what you did is what I did, but I was getting paid to help these people get through their denial.
Right.
I was getting paid to take a person who said he had 1 drink and got a 0.24 DUI to snap his head out of his ass. I was getting paid for that. These people are not getting, you're not getting paid to tell them the truth. And the question is, I have to always remember, did they ask me for help? And sometimes the answer is no. So I have to gently go in there and cultivate it to help get the roots growing again so they can come to the truth. Because sometimes reality could be so fragile. Like when my girl was killed in a car accident, my world, I mean, she was all state. She was all state and track. all county in gymnastics. I was playing semi-pro ball. I was going to go play baseball. And after that, I couldn't even. My coach, he was the coach of the Yankees. He was he played for the Yankees, 1956, I think. He took me aside. His last name was Myers, and Coach Myers, and he always had that chew, and he spit the chew, and he looked at me, and he says, "Kid, you got to make a decision. I'm telling you right now. You have to choose between alcohol and baseball. I can't go through this again with another player."
Right.
He says, "You choose." And know what I chose? That was my last time I ever played ball. I said, "Fuck you. Who the fuck are you telling me I got a goddamn problem?" I didn't say that to him, but I walked away and never went back. I just fuck the world, fuck everybody, and fuck God, and sometimes when I say fuck God, that's my way of saying, not anymore, but back then when I was so angry, that God, I'm asking for help. Like people say, don't use God's name in vain. Sometimes for me, that's opening communications with God because I closed it off myself. God didn't close it off. Right. And I got to remember God, G-O-D, good orderly direction. And I don't have it at times. And I really need to find it. If it's directly through God, or he'll put something in front of me. Is it from the Bible, or is it from friends? He'll put people in my life at the time that I need my head snapped out of my ass.
Yeah, that's the Apostle Paul. Wasn't listening to the Holy Spirit. The friend came and said, "Look, I got this prophecy I got to tell you." He was demanding he was going to go to Jerusalem. The Holy Spirit told him not to go to Jerusalem. His friend comes and says, "Whoever owns this girdle, you're going to be bound up if you go to Jerusalem." It's Paul's girdle. Paul went to Jerusalem anyway. He got delivered to the Romans. You just sometimes we don't fucking listen. But even when we're not listening, God still has the power, the ability, the knowledge to use us for his end purpose. But I
something I think you'll enjoy this is that when I went to Rutgers, I took a class with the author of this book, God's Forgotten Language, Dreams, God's Forgotten Language. And it was a book on interpreting dreams. And the interpret, though, they were looking at it is that dreams is God's forgotten language. Did God stop talking to us in our dreams, or did we stop listening to him?
We stopped listening.
Exactly.
He's always talking.
I had a lot of fun in group because people realized I had this talent for interpreting dreams, and I'd have to say, "Hey, look, we'll do it one-on-one. Come on, guys, group. We got to get back on group. There's a lot of things going on here that we need to address." And we'd go through the funnel. They call it in group therapy. There's a funnel that you go down, where you go down, and as far as the person will allow you to take them, where they deal with the rawness, but the group has to be a safe environment, and they can go down and let all the stuff out, and then you got to bring them back up. And it's like that when I was talking about the mind and the heart touching. It's like that moment. And that was my forte, was group counseling. And but it's a great book if anybody into dreams and they want to learn about it. The book is called Dreams, God's Forgotten Language. I think it's by John Sanford. He might even be a minister or something. And but it's an amazing book. I mean, just after I used to practice on my daughter. My daughter would tell me a dream, and then I would interpret it, and she would be, "Oh my God, I can't believe you know that." And I didn't know it. The dream speaks for itself. But sometimes we got to put it out there so someone else can hear it.
Right. Hey,
yeah.
Jim, and I got somebody who wants to speak on behalf of Demon and Limey.
Okay, great.
Waiting.
Yeah, I love I love them both. Yep, go right ahead.
Let me just bring them up quick, and then we're at 3 hours 47 minutes. I got to cut this at 4 hours because I got some shit I got to do. If
All right,
there's
I don't want to interfere with your day either.
Right, if there's pertinent or pressing conversation, I will linger a little bit, but I got to let you know.
So
Hello, Demon.
Huh?
Demon and Limey. Demon, can you?
Okay, great. Yeah, I love.
Can you drop your? Can you put headphones on or dial down your?
Yeah, put the YouTube on 0.
You fucking asshole. Well, there you go, Demon. That's your fucking people coming to speak on your behalf, you asshole.
Yeah, bonehead. Shit, that was a bonehead move, but that's okay because that just lets me know that they're not really listening to what we're talking about. We're not discussing that anybody did anything wrong. We're not discussing pointing a finger at anybody. We're just taking responsibility for our actions and how we can handle this better the next time we hear of somebody being hurting, pain.
Yeah, hold on.
Mechanics, glad to see you.
Let me address this real quick.
Yep.
Obviously something was put in the chat that because I have to go edit that out, so yes. I'm gonna lose all the fucking side chat. Laura Rader says, "LOL, porn bombed. You must be a real threat to someone." Coded. I know exactly who I'm a threat to, and it's shit that I know about them that they voluntarily told 20 fucking people, and now they're so fucking worried. You know what? I'm gonna fucking talk about it. Maybe the next broadcast. I'm gonna fucking talk about it. I don't give a shit if you're in an active investigation. If you really are in an active investigation, then bullying me, harassing me, and trying to fucking start a argument with me for the past 3 fucking weeks isn't really a smart thing to do. So maybe when we're done with the LumpriCon shit, we'll lay it all the fuck out your business that you don't seem to want anybody to know about. Your infidelities, you're cheating on your fucking husband, and the way you're trying to railroad the guy that you cheated on your fucking husband with, which you laid out for everybody. Yeah, your fucking police report is bullshit. I should contact the fucking police in your area. All right, Jam and Jet, I'm going to end this out. Thanks for coming up with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I really did, and it made my day, and hopefully it makes everybody else's day just a little bit lighter.
Right. Let me correct this quick before I go. Shiz did not hack the Lemon Squeeze server. Hello Baby's speculating. She doesn't know what's going on. I believe it was Dearmid. It's Dearmid's server. It's not mine. It never was mine. Dearmid tried to tell people it was the codedfriend.001 server because nobody knew who the fuck Dearmid was. And, you know, he couldn't draw anybody. So he used me as a fucking draw. Then he told me I wasn't a fucking draw. I don't fucking care. It's not my server. Never was my server. Nothing was taken from me. Dearmid, in a temper tantric fit, because he couldn't have his own fucking way and everything, kicked me and then nuked the fucking server because he's a baby.
Always good to see him.
All right, Jam and Jet, I'm going to play up a tune. Thanks for showing up. I'm going to bounce.
What tune you playing?
Going out with a little more Gnarl Sparkly.
All right, cool.
Came in
all
with
right, everybody enjoy your day. Be safe, and hope to see you guys later. Thank you all for allowing me in your room for a moment.
Anytime, bro.
Help me.
Yeah, you've been up 1 or 2 times. So I appreciate everything you do, everything you've had to say.
Yeah, it was just my goal was not to do anything, but you seem to be uptight, and I was hoping I can get up there and just loosen you up a little bit.
You did, bro. You definitely did. Thank you.
Cool. Love you guys. Coded. Love you, brother. You be good. Thank you.
We'll talk again, bro. Thanks for coming up.
All right, thank you.
Later. Mechanic says Coded was never locked out. The server was killed due to the drama. Yeah, well, Dermot started the fucking drama and Shiz and that little fucking dog detective cunt. So, Duke Doob says this is so lame. I'll bet you got excited with the fucking blowjob part, though, you fucking weirdo. All right, I got to kill this, privatize it, and then edit out the fucking porn bombage. Thank you for doing that. First time it's ever been done. Now I won't fucking trust anyone anymore. Hey, hold on before we go. This is your friend here, Demon. Let me get a screenshot of that. It's hello, Demon. May I speak on Irish and Limey? On Irish and Limey, please. They deserve better. Emails and screenshots prove so. I told them just a second, and they porn bombed. What a bunch of fucking D-bags. Let me slide this over here. Get a little screeny shot on that. Got the screenshot. Save that. They're all fucking giggling there. Oh, we've got a gay blowjob going on in the fucking. I was so worried about it, I let it run a little bit. You know, just so you could see what a fucking douche you are. Oh, Carte Blanche is getting salty and a little spicy in the chat there, Carte Blanche. Carte Blanche says, get, go fucked. I think you meant to say go get fucked, or I might need to get trauma counseling due to all the porn pics sent to me. maybe that little image was Dan and Shuggy. Maybe Dan and Shuggy, or Dan and what's his name, Mr. Caruso. You haven't paid your debt yet. Come over here and get down on your knees. All right, we will see you when we see you. Maybe later today. We might come back. Check the codedfriend.001 site for a later today broadcast or the NTFG SFW. Thank you to the 43 people who were here through the whole broadcast. I didn't think there were going to be many here when I took the morning slot. We gave you just shy of 4 hours. I'm going to skip out 5 minutes early and get my shit done. There will be more. This is only the preamble. Later for you.
Yeah, still the same. Can't you feel the pain? Well, the needle hits today. Ain't nothing like the real thing. I've seen it once before, and oh, it's something else. Good God. Cool breeze, come on in. Sunshine, come on down. Just let the teardrops all count. The circus is coming to town. All I'm saying is sometimes I'm more scared of myself. You better. I said, run away. Run away. Run, children. Run for your life. Run away.
The fools have arrived. Of course, they waited till the show was over. Duke Doob. Geez, that's a nice picture of Dan, the fucking retarded Welshman. I can point out hypocrisy as I see fit, Katie D. Apparently, you seem to see fit to make yourself look like a fool to point out hypocrisy. I got 9K in my sock drawer, so go fuck yourself. Get a job, Doob. Later to you guys. Thanks for joining me. I love you all. Katie D says, at Duke Doob, go point out you know where. Duke Doob is an ass eater. Says Shuggy tastes like cookies.